What is up, everyone, and welcome to the Random Encounter Podcast, episode 179. I'm your host, James, and I am joined by the Dress Rear Master, the dominant himself, Bryant.
Live from oh man, I should have been prepared for this. What is it? Osix? The name of
Yeah,
the land in
Osix,
Mina the
yep.
Hollower? Is it Osix? Yeah,
Yeah.
live from Osix. There we go.
And of course, we got the great Ace Attorney, Ash Destroyum.
Hey, what up, guys? How you guys doing?
And returning with us once again is the best from the West, the Geek Show.
What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good?
You're kind of glowing, bro. You're like
I know, right? You got that aura, that Super Saiyan glow.
It's
Yeah.
Bruce Leroy. That's too far
man.
back for y'all.
No, remember that. Well, we got quite a bit of stuff to talk about this week. This week is the eve week of probably the biggest week in gaming, where we're going to have back-to-back announcements. So next podcast, we're definitely going to be talking about a bunch of stuff that's coming out, but there's still quite a bit that happened this past week. We're going to talk, of course, about the Steam Deck price increase, Dragon Quest 12, as well as Mina the Hollower. But before we get into that, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow over on Twitch. And let's just jump right in, because I want to talk about Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest had their anniversary stream. And when I first saw it, I was kind of mixed. I was like, man, like, I'm not too sure how I feel about it. But then after rewatching it a couple times, and of course, seeing what Yuji Horii was actually saying and when he was explaining like the characters, I'm actually really hyped about this. Like, I was going to be hyped about it no matter what. But I'm really actually, the main character is actually just growing on me. His design, I like it because he's, I think he's kind of all of us, right? He's sleepless, he's restless, so he's got the dark eye spots underneath him. I was like, you know what? I feel him. Like, I feel exactly like him. What are you guys' thoughts on the Dragon Quest 12 announcement? Let's start with you, Geek, because you did a whole video on it. So let's go ahead and do a quick recap, because I know you want people to watch your video, but do a quick recap on your thoughts.
Ooh, I just brightened myself too. I wasn't trying to glow that much. My recap on it is you know what? I'm against the internet again. I actually like his design. And I know we were supposed to get a dark story, and you can't cry over spilt milk. Like, we were supposed to get Wario and Smash Brothers Melee, but 20 years later, X, Y, and Z happened. So my point being is, we got to deal with the story we got now with Beyond Dreams. I like both names actually. But I like the hero, because the hero looks like he is from a dark story. And just like you said, James, he looks like all of us. This is 2026, in the name of digital. So everything is crazy out here. So I'm really not surprised that a hero will represent itself. There was some Chrono Trigger talk. Some people were throwing around stuff saying that this reminds them of Chrono, Luca. I said Luca.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Frog.
And Frog, no,
there's nothing.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
You wish.
But I like, you know what? I like it. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with it. I was really hoping we get an announcement, not just of 12, but localized. Dragon Quest 10 would have been nice, because I don't want to have to go through the steps to have to go through to just play the base story. But it doesn't like we don't get that. But I like it. I'm ready for it. The sooner the announcements, the better. But the longer it takes, the more content we got.
What about you, Ash?
So, when I first saw the trailer, I first thought, damn, game looks hella more beautiful than 11 and everything.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that popped out to me was mainly the foliage in the game and stuff. And the reason why I say that is because I've been playing Wuthering Waves for a good while, and one of the biggest upgrades they did throughout the development process is the foliage quality, which it doesn't matter that much compared to like other mechanics, but when it comes to graphic fidelity, it adds a lot of life to it, and I feel like it did the same way for Dragon Quest 12. The main character, the main protagonist, at first I wasn't feeling it, and then as I think about it, I think Yuji Horii made this character based off of the average Japanese salaryman in Japan, because they never get any sleep. They sleep on benches. Yeah. And I first thought that was a myth until I actually went to Japan myself. I'm like, oh, that's the thing. So I'm like,
Didn't Akira Toriyama design him, I thought?
Yeah, Toriyama
Yeah, my
designed
bad.
in.
Yeah, Toriyama did design. My bad on that. But like, it was so after like realizing a little bit on why they made the character the way he is. For one thing, he's probably constantly dreaming. That's the whole theme of the game. So
Looks tired.
I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to what Yuji Horii like, because I always like his storytelling, because he wants to give you really vague ideas and let you explore on your own once you start playing the game itself. So I'm looking forward to what he has in store for this, and also do like the supporting characters too. I think they look pretty cool as well, especially that green lizard guy. He
Mhm.
looks kind of interesting. I think he's like the funny guy in the party. I'm really hoping we get to see more of the party members, because so far we only got 3: the protagonist, the girl, and the green guy. Hopefully we get more, which I'm pretty sure we will. So, but yeah, overall, looks promising to me. After all that, I was really hoping to see some slated year this year or next year, but it looks like we didn't get any of that. It sounds like it's going to be even more development hell from what it looks like. So hopefully we get more information on like what the game is actually going to release and everything, you know? So
Yeah. A couple of things before I pass it over to Brian is they did state in the Dragon Quest anniversary video live stream that they restarted development. So it started from scratch. They redid everything
yeah,
all over again because they had to rethink like what makes Dragon Quest, and I guess just the direction they were going with was not Dragon Quest, and it seemed more like Yuji Horii wasn't feeling it. So they kind of redid it because they said they sat down and talked with Yuji Horii on what makes Dragon Quest, and he told them exactly what it does, and they basically swapped that out. The other thing is, I don't think the lizard guy is a party member or a separate character.
No.
I think he's actually
oh,
the protagonist, because there is a lot of
Ooh.
similarities when it comes to like the sword, the hairstyle, even the
I see.
armor. There's slight difference in the armor, but for the most part, the whole armor looks very similar. So I think he is the protagonist, because in any Dragon Quest game, there's really never been another race outside of Dragon Quest X. Dragon Quest X is the only other game that has other races. You're only playing as humans. So I think maybe in the dream world, maybe you go to like a dream world and you become
Yeah,
a lizard in the dream world, right? And maybe
Oh,
there's
I see what
multiple
you mean.
different things you become, right? Kind of like Kingdom Hearts, where you swap
I like that take.
different that, yeah. So that's
Like,
my theory when it comes to that. Because Yuji Horii, when he tells the story, he does it very storybook like. So I do like it. Like a lot of people say, oh, it's classic, it's predictable. Yeah, but it's very, because it's traditional. It has that storybook feeling, and I do like that. Brian, let's hear your thoughts.
I'm somewhat of a layman when it comes to Dragon Quest, just because I've played like a little bit of 11, probably like, I don't know, 20 hours of it, 15, 20 hours of it,
Hmm.
which in the grand scheme of Dragon Quest 11 is like, the first like 5% of the game. Not literally, I'm
Hmm.
being a little facetious, but um I definitely, and I've also played a good deal of Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined. I need to get back to that, but I definitely don't want to pretend that I'm the authority on Dragon Quest, or that it's like my favorite series of all time, because it's not. I like what I've played, and it's cool, but I got to be real and say that I really was looking forward to seeing what a dark Dragon Quest was going to look
Hmm.
like. I agree with what Geek said. You can't cry over spilled milk. We shoulda, woulda, coulda, a lot of things. But at the same time, like that's kind of one of the things that I loved about Final Fantasy 16, is that it took a lot of the things that had been established in the previous games in the series and made it more of a darker, grittier kind of story in a lot of ways. And I was looking forward to seeing what like a storybook, whimsical world of Dragon Quest looked like with that kind of attitude to it. I think that would have been like really interesting, like a Final Fantasy Tactics kind of thing
Hmm.
with that kind of art style. It might have been really interesting. And said it looks to me, and I know that's definitely not the popular consensus probably, but it looks a little generic, especially after just playing Dragon Quest 11 and stuff like that. And I'm sure it's gonna be a great game. There's no doubt in my mind that it's probably gonna be at least an 8 or a 9 or whatever, and it's gonna be very well received. And who knows, it might have a lot of things in it that are really special and really innovative and all the rest. But I was really looking forward to seeing what this Dragon Quest 12 with the flame Roman numerals was going to look like. I thought that
Hmm.
looked really cool. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, we'll see what happens.
Maybe they thought it was going to be too similar to Final Fantasy 16. That's why they stopped it,
Yeah, maybe,
right? Because they both
maybe.
have to do with flames, right? Flames of rebirth and
And
Ifrit
the
and all
flame.
that, versus that. Who knows? Another thing that I'm still curious about and very worried is it going to be turn based? I hope it's going to be turn based, but when you see
I'm
the
sure it will
movement
be.
in the game, I don't know,
That's
because he has a sword and shield, but he also has a bow on the back. unless they change it where maybe you have 2 weapons that you can use at the same time, though it doesn't make sense because in Dragon Quest you can swap out your weapons in the game, like during combat. So like that doesn't make any sense. But I'm curious to see. Oh, we lost Bryant. I'm curious to see exactly like what they're gonna do when it comes to that. I don't want an action-based Dragon Quest. I do feel that action-based can be, it could be done, but that's gonna be more of a like a side story or like a not a mainline Dragon Quest. I get it. Like Final Fantasy has always been there to kind of experiment. They try to change their combat with each numbered entry. I think Dragon Quest, in my opinion, should just keep it traditional and just go from there. Because if it's not broke, why
I
try to
think
fix it?
I think I think that's where they're going. I
Yeah.
think that's why they're doing that. I don't think they're going to change anything. I
Mhm.
think if anything, that's the story part you mentioned sounds like a direction that they really would go with being able to still keep the
Mhm.
formula.
Yeah.
Everybody's scared to do anything innovative now.
Yeah.
That's why, because whatever's making you money, that's what and then when they do, look at we're jumping ahead. We're on the third iteration of Star Fox 64. So they just it's already a base there. So people just want to keep doing it
Yeah.
because at least we're gonna get some money rather than to put all this money into something. Say if they did that with an action based Dragon Quest and people
Yeah.
didn't like it at all and it bombed and Square Enix is not they're not where they want to be.
Yeah.
They take it personal about Expedition 33, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's how I feel. They take it very
Expedition
personal.
33
Like,
is definitely a game to look at, right? Because it was traditional
yeah,
turn-based, and I think if I remember correctly, I think this was after Yoshi P had said too that nobody wants turn-based games or something like that. That's why Final Fantasy 16 was a turn-based, and then Expedition 33 comes out and wins Game of the Year. And it kind of makes you wonder, like, okay, like I think everybody here, correct me if I'm wrong, I think all of us here love turn-based. Like we don't mind playing a turn-based game in
I think they both have a
2026.
place. I have no problem with
I
either
agree
one.
too. Like, I don't mind either or, right? But like to say that like nobody wants turn-based games, like I think that's
No.
not true. Like even my
no, I think
son, my oldest son, he's what is he, 15, right? And he's playing, or
I
is he
think he's
15?
16, James.
No, he's not 16,
No, I
not
think
yet.
he's 16. I think who would know better, me or you?
No,
He
he's 20. He's 20.
he even him,
heating up.
even him, he was playing Dragon Quest 5, right? And like he likes Dragon
Ooh.
Quest 5, which is turn-based. This is a DS game that got, well, I mean, originally it was a Super Nintendo game, but he played the mobile port, which supported the DS game, and he loves that. So turn-based games, there's definitely a place for that in 2026 for sure. I'm curious to see where we're gonna be at when it comes to that. What's up?
It's that one thing left to say. Like
Hmm.
I went back 30 years to school. Um, I don't really think that it was the turn-based element. I've been saying this for years now.
Hmm.
It was the Final Fantasy doesn't really feel like Final Fantasy anymore.
Yeah.
Since Hironobu left,
I roll my
it's
eyes at that
it
sentiment.
it's. I know. I'm sorry, Brian. I know that I don't want no trouble. I know. I'm just saying, like 16 was a really great game, but it really felt very different from after he stepped down in '03. Final Fantasy hasn't really been Final Fantasy. Even it's not the turn-based elements, it's really
The
the
story.
story. Like it's the story and the characters.
Yeah.
16 in particular, a great game, but I would have felt it had, to me personally, had one of the best Final Fantasy storylines with the crystals in the history of Final Fantasy. But I can't play as Jill. Arguably the best Sid
Thank
in
you.
the
I'm
series.
like, I
I
was
can't
hoping to
play
play
as
as
Sid.
Jill, but
I can't play as Jill and Sid, and they pump them up. Like that's when you're playing a party member, you feel who that character is inside of the battles, even if they're strong or if they're not. If you go all the way back to like Lufia with Guy, he couldn't use magic, but you can feel his impact in the weight of his, how he swung his axe compared to Celine and Maxim, who could use magic and were like
Hmm.
knights, so it just, or Artia, who just only used really with magic and bows. So you get a different essence or emotional feel from the characters. And after 10, we don't really feel that. Like, I can't speak for everybody, but that's what the problem has been. It's not turn based.
Yeah.
It's not that turn-based. That's why I always push back, and I don't want no trouble again, Brian. Please. Expedition 33, I love the game. I just always push back on the narrative. I'm not saying you said this at all, but the narrative when the game first dropped, it changed turn-based games. I was
No.
like, when? Like y'all didn't play Xenogears, y'all didn't play Chrono Trigger, y'all didn't play Chrono Cross, and I don't even like Chrono Cross like that. But it's so many other games, and it's a great game. But I understood that the way that how the game came out, it brought in a whole bunch of new people who never would have given a JRPG a chance.
Yeah.
We're not going to get bogged down on Expedition 33 because that'll be we have other topics to get to. But just real quick note on that. I don't know if I've told you this or if you knew this, but I consider Expedition 33 to be my favorite game of all time ever.
Yeah,
I
heard
I
you.
know
That's
Pete
why I
knew
came
that.
with
Okay.
Pete. You see, I came in Final Fantasy 16 is your favorite Final Fantasy, and I'm
It is.
like, I was on. Well, James came to my the archives the other day. He was like,
and
you
he
know
mentioned
what?
it.
He said, Brian. He said, don't say it around Brian. I was like, look, I'm sorry. I was like,
No, I'm gonna agree with you. I
understand.
don't think that Expedition. What did you say about the battle system? That it. What did you say before?
Everybody was saying that it revolutionized turn-based. Like it was no
Yeah, okay.
turn-based games before Expedition 33,
Okay,
and
bro.
I'm just like, what have y'all been playing? Because it's been people have been talking about droughts of games, and it's been turn-based games. People, and I don't even love it like that, but people will love what Octopath Traveler 2.
Yeah.
Like they say that's on the top 10 JRPGs of all time. I disagree.
Really?
But
there's a lot of people who
say
like
that.
Octopath Traveler too. Yeah.
And I'm just like, where is this? Like Live a Live, in my opinion, is way better than Octopath Traveler 2.
Well, what I was going to say is that I agree with you that I don't think that Expedition 33 revolutionized the combat, but I think they took a lot of desperate pieces and they put it together to make something that was really, really, really exceptional. Because I can tell you right now, like I've played a lot of RPGs, like all of us have, and I can't think of another game that gives me that feeling when you do the parries and then it says like Expedition 33 attacks and like the ball drops and it's just like boom and like that stuff's really good stuff. So I don't think that it revolutionized necessarily either. It just took a lot of pieces and really made something special. Yeah. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. No, going back to the
story.
Waiting
for you, James. We're waiting for you to beat it so then we can have this conversation.
You're the only one left.
Yeah,
everybody,
where you at? Where you at, bro?
We're waiting for you, James.
I know I'm the last.
Put down Rebirth. You don't like it. Stop playing with it. Put it down. Stop playing it. Finish Expedition 33 so we can talk.
Euthanize Rebirth.
Come on. And you know I like
games
Rebirth.
on games or wasting time on games you don't like.
Yeah, right.
Like, come on. Seriously,
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So, you're not wrong. To go on the.
Don't play 16 either. Just go straight. Beat 33.
No, beat 16.
Real quick. Oh, I beat 16. I beat 16
already. Let him beat Expedition 33 so we can conversate.
Yeah, I beat 16.
Nobody's talking about 16 that much. They're talking about Expedition 33 still.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But to go with what you're saying about Sakaguchi and like Final Fantasy not feeling like Final Fantasy, like I agree, because even though we could still say that, I still consider Final Fantasy 16 Final Fantasy, right? Sakaguchi's Final Fantasy does feel different because you go and play Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey, or even Fantasian, they have a different feel. Like especially Fantasian, like playing Fantasian, it felt like old school Final Fantasy, like 7, 8, and 9. I tell people, like, if you like 7, 8, and 9, you'll like Fantasian. It feels a lot like that. The only negative I have with that game is the ending, how like the difficulty spikes by a lot, and it gets very, very hard at that point where it's like, you know what, I give up. But the story is great. Like the first half of Fantasian was amazing. I loved it all the way through. It's that second half that is just, the difficulty is just way, way too much. But Lost Odyssey, like amazing. Never forget playing it on 360. I was like, dude, this feels more like Final Fantasy did than, Final Fantasy 13. Love the combat, the ring system, right? It was, one of the first games that I can think of that I remember that has time-based, I guess, Super Mario RPG did, but like where you had the little ring system where you would press and right at the right time you press the trigger and you hit. I guess Final Fantasy 8 had that too. I don't know why I keep forgetting about 8. But like Lost Odyssey's just story is amazing. The whole immortal aspect of it, and Kaim and Seth and I forgot what the other girl's name is. That's the immortal.
I know he's about the queen.
Yeah. Like and the other girl too, that's like his wife. Like the
Yeah,
four
yeah.
of them, just the whole story, and then knowing, oh, your party members are different. You have the immortals, and then you have the humans, and they each have like different abilities, like different capabilities. Where I just love that. That was something that Sakaguchi did in their games very well. He knew how to make everybody unique. Outside of the
Hmm.
generic like Warriors of Light, but like everybody was always unique. Final Fantasy X, everybody was unique there. They had unique pros and cons. You had different weapons to use, right? You had piercing weapons. You had, the range weapons with Waka and so forth. So,
See,
uh,
everything you're explaining is
mhm,
not turn-based. It's gameplay.
the gameplay.
It's
Yep.
story, characters, gameplay. That's what the difference is.
Hmm.
Is they went with the money. They
Yeah.
went during 2003 till recently. We're gonna go with the money. Let's make,
Yeah.
because he said Final Fantasy is final.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as he left, that's when they made X2 with the same assets as Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
And then he probably wouldn't have greenlit 11
10
because
too.
11 should have been FFO. It shouldn't
Yeah.
have been Final Fantasy
Yeah.
11. And 14, as great as its accomplishments, it should be another FFO.
Yeah.
Like a PSO
Well,
is. It
yeah.
shouldn't have been a mainline series.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that too. Going back to Dragon Quest, the other game they announced was a new entry in the Dragon Quest Monsters series, which is Dragon Quest Monsters: The Withered World. Uh, awesome because it's based on Dragon Quest V. You have Bianca and Nero there as the characters, so they showed those two off. And then Yuji Horii did confirm off stream on Twitter. He did write saying Deborah, who was your third marriage option in Dragon Quest V, is also going to be playable in there. They just didn't show her off, but I think that's kind of cool. So the three protagonists that they're gonna be are the people who you're supposed to marry, or the women you're supposed to marry in Dragon Quest V. Your three different options that you have there. So I think that's kind of neat that they're gonna have that. I wonder if it's gonna be a game where maybe you play as Bianca, she has her own story, then you play as Nero, she has her own story, and then Deborah, or do you just gotta switch back and forth between them? So I'm very, very interested to see what they have with that. And then the final announcement that wasn't in the video presentation, which was kind of weird. It was kind of just thrown out there, I think on Monday or Tuesday, I believe. It was the day before that was Dragon Quest 11S Switch 2 edition. We already knew that was coming. It was already leaked. It was
Yeah.
rated.
Oh, let's
And
tear into this.
man, I'm upset at this because
I don't want
A,
to talk about it.
graphics fidelity wise, it does look better, right? In performance, it plays at 1080p 60. In quality, it plays at 1080p 30. The difference is going to be like more of the graphic fidelity aspects of it. That's where you're going to see the biggest difference. But the downside to this is A, there is no upgrade path. So that's it. Like you have to get this, and that's it. B, your save data does not transfer over. So even if you want to pay it or buy it at full price, which it's going to be $40, if I remember correctly, or is it 50? One of those two. Even if you buy it at full
was 40.
price, it was 40. Okay. Even if you buy it at full price, you can't transfer your save data. So there goes that. And then of course it is a game key card, unfortunately. So I just don't understand why they did that with this game. I'm probably still gonna pick it up because it's Dragon Quest. But a part of me is like, no, don't. Like, if I want to play it with better
Vote
graphics,
with your
I'll
wallet,
just play the
James.
PC version. What's up?
I said vote with your wallet.
Yeah, right. I need to vote with my wallet, and I think my wallet's saying buy it, but no, just kidding. But it's
No, that's your
man,
heart, James. You gotta
that is
separate
my
the two,
heart.
buddy.
You're right. You're right. Man, I'm just upset at this. Like, I would have loved my save data to transfer. There's somebody else who watches the podcast, and I was talking with them. They're like, if it had an upgrade path and if it had save data transfer, they would buy it because they're at the end of Dragon Quest 11S, and they would love to go ahead and just finish it. But because it doesn't have that, they're not even gonna look into investing that. And honestly speaking, yeah, that's true. Like, I don't know why they did that, and it seems to be with Dragon Quest games. There is no upgrade path with none of the Dragon Quest games. I don't know why. I don't understand that. Like, it's just a reoccurring thing. Maybe Yuji Horii doesn't want them to do that, or maybe it's just Square Enix being greedy. Like, I have no clue why
It's
they're doing that.
It's Square Enix. That's the end of story. It's Square Enix. Because
Yeah,
at the end of the day, they have the final say on like how the stuff it can be
that's true.
distributed at that point. So it's just Square Enix, definitely not Yuji Horii related. Because I'm pretty sure he wanted like to be accessible with the
Mhm.
upgrade path, but Square wants to make sure they maximize their profits with this thing. So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely all square.
Yeah, it's stuff like that that really like, pisses me off when it comes to this stuff. And like, why do that? Especially, and it's always Switch 2 stuff. Like, why?
And the other thing too is that
Mhm.
my expectations for this was to at least have an upgrade path. I
Yeah.
wasn't even expecting them to do like a game key card or physical release or something like that. If these had at least an upgrade path, I could have just bought the Switch 1 version, pay the upgrade for like 10 or 20 bucks and call it a day.
Yeah.
You know, they could have just done that. Easy
Yeah,
peasy.
that's true.
But they didn't. You know, like because it's straight up about around the same time, like last year, when they announced that there was going to be an upgrade path for Amazing Saga Revenge of the Seven for the
Mhm.
Switch 2. You can just get the Switch 1 version, get the upgrade path, and call it a day. I was like, perfect. Same day, went to Best Buy, got me a copy, along with Dragon Quest 3 HD2 Day, which that was a free upgrade. They just gave us a Switch 2 patch willy-nilly, and that was it. So I don't know what happened with that, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're kind of just wishy-washy when it comes to their
All over the
updates
place,
and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah,
You know?
Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined, there's no upgrade path, if I remember correctly. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD2D, there's no upgrade path either.
I said Dragon Quest 3, right?
You said 3, yeah. 3,
Yeah,
you're
yeah, so-
correct. There was a HD for that. But going back to like Square Enix, like it makes you wonder. They did this with Romancing Saga 2,
Yeah,
but they didn't
And
do it with
I'm
any
pretty
other game.
and I'm pretty sure that's a less known game compared to
Mhm.
Dragon Quest. So you
Maybe
would
that's
think
why.
that they'll, yeah. I mean, maybe I don't know, because the thing is that you would put more money into Dragon Quest more
Mhm.
than you did with Romancing Saga. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting Romancing Saga to get an update, but it did, and it was one of the easiest updates they could have done
Yeah.
and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on through their. I don't know what's going on with the suits, man. I don't get it. But
Yeah.
regardless, I'm not buying it. And the thing is, I literally said 2 podcasts ago, if they were going to release an upgrade path, I will legit stop playing on the PC version, get me a physical copy, get the upgrade, and despite I can't transfer my saves, I'd rather just start over and play it on the Switch, because I love physical that much. You know,
Yeah.
I care so much for it. But hey, that's your decision, and that's my response. I'm not gonna pay a single dime for that. You know, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try to hold back for you guys. I'll try.
Real quick.
Yeah.
The thing that really gets me about it. Hold on a second.
You're good.
Bro's eating.
Sorry, I was just chewing food. Okay. The thing that gets me about it is that they're punishing their fans,
Mhm.
because the diehard Dragon Quest fans bought this at launch, or in the subsequent years since it came out or whatever, and they were like, yeah, we're early adopters, we love Dragon Quest, we're gonna buy it because it's out and I want to buy Dragon Quest. And so Square's like, cool, let's take your money, like, fantastic. And then they're gonna do this new version for Switch 2, and it's like, what about all your diehard fans that bought it on Switch? Like, you're really
Yeah.
expecting them to just take it for you and just go buy it again at full, I mean, not full price, but $40 isn't cheap. It punishes the wrong people. Like, you'd
Yeah.
want to take care of your diehard fans. I mean, I guess in a really what's the word? I always forget words sometimes. Like in a
You
real
want to-
pessimistic way of thinking of the world or whatever. They're doing this specifically because they know their diehard fans like you are going to go buy it at $40 anyways. So maybe that's why. Kind of like what Sega did with Persona 5 on PlayStation 5 and all that, where they charged full price for it and everything,
Yeah,
even
that's
though
true.
if you bought it
You're right.
already or whatever.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's just I don't know, man. I don't like it. It's you should offer an upgrade path. Like, I don't even mind, like, you don't even have to have it for free. Like, if you want to, you put some time into it, whatever, like, you want to charge $10-15 for it, cool. Like, I'll pay for it, absolutely. But the only way I'm buying this, which I will eventually, but I'm not buying it day one for 40. I'll wait until it's on sale for, like, 25, 30, then maybe I'll bite, but there's no way in hell I'm paying the
Mhm.
full price. No way. Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, I understand when it comes to that. Like, I agree. We'll see. It's in September, unless something else comes out, and maybe if I'm feeling bored, maybe I'll buy it. But we'll see. I probably won't buy it at launch because there's other stuff around that time. I'm sure they'll be coming out. Let's dive into a little bit of the smaller news before we go to another big topic. Witcher 3 is still alive. Brand new DLC announced with Songs of the Past. They'll have you playing as Geralt once again. They also did say that at least on PC they are announcing brand new like requirements. So that's going to be coming soon. So I assume that you're going to have a more powerful machine. It does seem like they're going to be catering to more spec wise. It's similar to like PS5 and Series X. As of right now, it's only announced for PC, PS5, and Series X. If you have the Switch version of Witcher 3, fortunately, you will not be able to play this DLC. They haven't mentioned anything about a Switch 2 version, so I'm very curious to see because they did a great job with Cyberpunk. I do wonder if a Switch 2 version of Witcher 3 is maybe in the works and maybe they'll have that DLC included, which is kind of cool. Like, I probably won't get it. Actually, not probably. I won't get it, because I tried Witcher 3 and I could not get into it. The first time I actually tried it was I believe it was on PlayStation 4 or Xbox, one of those two. Wasn't a fan. Bought it on Switch thinking that was going to make me play it or like get into it. Got further than I did on the console. And then I just didn't really like it. And then my brother bought it for me on PC on Christmas one day and I still couldn't get into it. So yeah, I'm just just not a Witcher fan when it comes to that. Fable is delayed to 2027, so they did already have an announcement out there beforehand because we do have the Xbox showcases coming up this upcoming Sunday. So Fable will not be there because there's really going to be nothing in 2027. They also did announce Xbox themselves, meaning they did announce that on their showcase, they are going to show the platforms icons. So, if a game is coming to PlayStation or Nintendo Switch or whatever the case might be, they're going to show the icon in the trailers. And there was a huge backlash with the Xbox community saying that you shouldn't show that. So, and what's funny is Asha apologizes and said, okay, I'm not going to do that next time. I'll own it. But there's a lot of journalists are saying, especially Xbox big journalists are saying, why not? Like, if it's going to be multi-platform, you might as well just put the platforms on there versus what Sony does, where they hide the platform names there. So I don't know. What do you guys feel about that? Like when Sony and Xbox and even Nintendo, when they show off a game and it doesn't show any of the other platforms, does that bother you, or would you wish it showed all the other platforms, or what? What do you think about that?
I would question people that are gonna criticize Nintendo for not publishing on multiple platforms, because if they did, that will be so freaking weird.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, it's more the aspect of, let's say, Nintendo shows off. Let me think of something. Like Nintendo was the first to show Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, right? So they showed off Dragon
Yeah.
Quest VII Reimagined, and nobody knew if it was Switch exclusive or not. You had to wait for their press release after the direct that said it was coming also to PlayStation and PC, and I think Xbox as well. So like, let's say Nintendo has a direct, and I don't know, what's a good? Let's say they show Final Fantasy VII Part 3, but it doesn't say it's coming to PlayStation or an Xbox. Like, would that bother you? I mean, we all know it's going to be multi-platform, but I'm just saying.
It's never gonna bother me, and it's also never gonna bother the people showing the trailer, because it's not gonna affect sales or anything like that. Is it just another thing that journalists are complaining about? I guess I don't know.
Well, journalists are saying that it shouldn't matter whether they're showing that. So I'm trying to think what's a good example of a game. Let's say Persona 6 gets announced, right? At an Xbox Direct.
Persona 3 Reload was actually first shown by the Xbox thing.
Yeah.
But we all know that was going to be multi-platform anyway.
Yeah.
But
like, there was no
bothered me at
PlayStation
all.
logo or no Nintendo logo or anything there, right? So like, people were complaining that, let's say if they show off Persona 6 at Xbox, it is going to show the PlayStation logo as well if Switch 2 is going to be a platform, it'll show that there. Versus just showing Xbox and Xbox Game Pass or whatever they would show. Does that make sense? Yeah. So like, what do you think about that? Like, does that bother you that they're showing it?
No.
Does it bother you if they don't show it, or you just don't care?
Yeah. That's not going to bother me either. It just tells me that not only you can get it on Xbox, you can get it on these other platforms. I mean, it's not going to take away from them whether they show those logos or not. If anything, it's just it's whatever. I think at this point it's a bit more nitpicky if anything. So yeah.
Geek and Brian, any thoughts on these? Or on this, rather?
I do. I can see both ways. I think it's silly that people are mad about this, um, or to criticize. Because here's the thing, like I understand it kind of comes down to what's more important, platform or product when it comes to these presentations. Oh, I did a little alliteration there. Because if the excitement, if like let's say it's Nintendo Direct or whatever, and they're
Yeah.
gonna show Persona 6, for example, um, is the announcement more exciting because Persona 6 is coming out, or is the Nintendo Direct more important that this is their Nintendo Direct where they're fluffing their system? Which is it, right? And I guess it kind of depends on the announcement because Persona 6, like, I mean, obviously it's going to be on every console.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily associate it with the Nintendo, really. But it's like it depends on what's more important, the product or the presentation, because it's like um with if you're showing a first party game, like let's say what's a game that's coming out, like Forza Horizon 6. It's not on PlayStation yet, but when it got announced or whatever, like I'm pretty sure they probably said it was multi-platform. If you don't say that it's coming out to every console, it's kind of like, I'm trying to think of an analogy where it's something that's readily available public information, but you don't want the public to know, so you just kind of like tell them that I can't think of a good example off the top of my head, but it's like this is truth, but we're gonna hide it from you. But like it's really like this. Like it just seems so unnecessarily ambiguous,
Mhm.
uh, and it just seems really silly. Like I understand wanting to hype your own console and everything, but at the same time, it's like they chose you to show their game. Like let's say Atlas chose Nintendo to show their game. Okay, they chose you to show their game. Like that's special or whatever. Like you it's like a mutually beneficial relationship because it's like, okay, you're coming to the Nintendo Direct to watch these big heavy hitting announcements, and this is an example of why you come to those Nintendo Directs, is for those big heavy hitting announcements. Therefore, in the future, you might watch more Nintendo Directs because of the big heavy announcements. So it benefits everybody. And so the fact that you're just these Xbox folks are just like, no, when you show Crackdown 5 or whatever, like if it's on all consoles,
Yeah.
you're just showing the Xbox logo on the Xbox on the Xbox presentation because it's an Xbox thing. It's like, I guess, like I can understand wanting to keep your hype up, but but if it's an actuality coming to everything, like what difference does it make? Like I can understand having a preference, but as far as getting so up in arms about it to be upset, like I don't get it. But anyway.
What about you, Geek? Any thoughts on this?
I would have to agree with Brian on a lot of it. I don't think everybody should be coming out with their pitchforks, the digital pitchforks, the little Stardew Valley pitchforks coming at people about it online. But I would have to say business is business, and we have to put ourselves in a position like okay, for example, a Nintendo. Like what Brian just alluded to was Persona's not known on Nintendo systems like that, and neither is
Mhm.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
So if I was Nintendo, hell yeah, I put just me. Even if like I can't remember which one of you guys said it, but it's gonna be multi-plat anyway. If it's coming on Nintendo and it's a AAA title, it's gonna come on everything else. So I can understand why you will, especially if it's just your presentation, why you will put your insignia, because you might catch some people who have just seen yours. It's like a YouTube video. You might catch an audience that just seen yours. So if that's the case, then they'd be like, oh, okay, well, it's coming on Nintendo. I'm gonna get it for Nintendo because for us it's different because we're all gamers here. But for the general populace, they could easily see, oh, they only have I have some people that's content creator friends and stuff, and they're still in console wars. So that kind of panders to the console wars too, where you want
Yeah.
to get as much money as you can get from your base audience. So not allowing your base audience who has a Nintendo want to get on PlayStation or Xbox because the fidelity, the graphics, and everything else is probably going to be better. I'd probably do the same thing. I probably would just not. I definitely would do if I was Xbox. Xbox has been sitting on Rare for 20 years. And when's the last time we seen a Conquer game? People are screaming about Diddy Kong Racing online. I know y'all have seen it. And I'm sitting there thinking, what are y'all talking about? Doesn't Square? I mean, not Square. Doesn't Rare own that title? And Rare is under Xbox. And when's the last? Didn't Perfect Dark just get canceled? So they're not making games.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time. What was the last Rare game was made? But we're not getting no Diddy
Sea of
Kong Racing.
Thieves.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves was the last
Thieves?
one. Yeah,
Okay.
they had a new
It's
one that
popular.
was
That was
canceled.
pretty good.
I forgot what it was called. It was some weird looking game. They didn't look
What
like
was
my
that?
cup of tea.
That was
But
the
that was
pandemic, wasn't it? Sea of Thieves? That was during the
What year did you
miasma.
say?
yeah, because I think so.
It was
Yeah,
like 2020, 2021, around the
When Sea of
miasma.
Thieves came out?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it came out before the pandemic. It came out like in 2018, I think.
Oh,
Oh,
Let me
okay.
look.
okay. Well, that's even yeah. Well, that's even
Um,
worse. That's almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So we're not getting Diddy Kong Racing, but to sum it up, I can see a company
March
only doing it for
2018,
themselves.
by the way.
2018.
2018. Okay.
March 2018. Yep.
Okay. I mean, for me, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna get the game. Like I fluctuate. Like I bought Tactics, the Evelyn's Chronicles for Switch 2, which is really for the Switch, so I can play on handheld mode, which I still haven't done. Because those games, it's pretty much gonna be the same thing on PS5 versus the Switch. However, I got Trials of in the Sky first chapter on PlayStation 5 because I didn't want to take no chances with Switch being Switch, other than its main party, first party games. But I think that's a reason why a lot of the companies don't release the information that it's going to be in every game. Now, if it's something that's presented in like a Summer Game Fest or Game Awards, Tokyo Game Show, that's stupid if you don't say it's in every game, every system, if it is. But just if I'm having my own like state of play or showcase or something, I definitely just put that on my platform, so the people who are coming to my platform to see what I'm having, they'll choose this game on my platform.
Yeah.
I have an example, by the way. I couldn't think of an example of what it reminds me of when they hide what systems it comes for. It reminds me of when you like dip your dog's medication in peanut butter to give it to them. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like this really unpleasant
It's,
thing.
it's manipulation. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why I said it's business.
No,
Yeah.
I agree. I know.
It's business.
I just thought that was a funny
if-
analogy.
Yeah. No, it was a good one. It was a good one.
Yeah. Well, it's
It's
kind of like,
getting manipulated.
sometimes there's a lot of research is done. Like when we watch all these state of plays and Nintendo Directs, like how many times we watch the state of play, and I'm like, oh, I need to see, is it coming to Switch 2? Because, there's
Right.
nothing that's saying there, and there's
Mhm.
nothing that tells you it's on Switch 2. And the opposite, right? Where we saw Orbitals on Switch 2 Directs, and a lot of people were trying to figure out, is it coming to other platforms? And we find out it's a Switch 2 exclusive. It's not coming anywhere else but Switch 2 as of right now. So it does bring interest and does have you like kind of research and learn more about the game too, which is kind of cool. But like, I get it, right? Like we're gonna watch Summer Game Fest, and Resident Evil Requiem, right, was shown there, but it never showed a Switch 2 logo, because I believe it was Summer Game Fest where they actually showed it off for the first time. But there was no Switch 2 logo. We're like, oh, okay, is this coming to Switch 2 or not? And then sure enough, later on, we had a direct where they finally revealed it is coming to Switch 2. So like Summer Game Fest, I agree. Like you got to show all the logos, unless it does seem like Nintendo more so likes to hide that information. They want to like reveal it on their own, which granted, why not, right? Like they want to build the hype themselves, and I get it. Like there's something about a Nintendo Direct that gets you excited because you're like, oh, this is coming to Switch 2. You might not buy
That's what
it,
killed
but it's
That's what
coming.
basically killed E3. That's
Yeah,
what killed E3.
the
Everybody
Nintendo Direct,
said, you
that's
know what,
true.
it's costing too much. It's too
Yeah.
much for us we're losing money,
Yeah.
and it's a business. Why not? Why not just drop a 30-minute premiere
Yeah.
and save $20,000, $30,000, $40,000?
Yeah,
And plus, they're earning money from it too. It's their own content.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
Not just AdSense, but sponsors, promotion, marketing. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, to be fair though, if we didn't have Nintendo Directs, and if Nintendo continued doing their E3 presentation, we wouldn't have gotten the Reggie versus Iwata fight when they announced Smash Bros for 3DS.
You're
remember?
right. You're right. That was
Like,
fun.
or the puppet Star Fox stuff that they had. Remember when they announced? I think
and
Star Fox
the
Zero.
robot chicken bit.
Yeah, and the robot chicken one. Yeah,
Yeah,
They had some
that
cool
was
skits.
unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
they had some cool skits back then. Huge props to old Nintendo. I miss Iwata. Rest in peace.
I
Always gotta
still like
mention
the
Iwata
Muppet
now.
one.
the puppet one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that or
I
like
just I missed that whole
what
thing, man.
was
Everything was hidden.
the Reggie one with Mega 64 that they did that collab where he's like the Reginator.
The Reginator, yes.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. But while we're on the topic of Nintendo Switch 2, Modern Warfare 4 was announced this past week, and it's official. Nintendo did a drop on their website, also posted it on Twitter. It is coming to Switch 2. At the same time, they did announce that it is going to be 60 FPS, and more information will be shared shortly. So yes, there is finally a Call of Duty system back on Switch 2, and honestly, I'm probably gonna pick it up on Switch too. I haven't played a Call of Duty game in a while, but I'll probably pick it up just for the novelty of having Call of Duty on a Nintendo console again.
Right? Yeah.
You know, it's every now and then like I wouldn't mind playing like Warzone or anything like that. So it coming to Switch 2 is pretty cool. We already know also Marvel Rivals is coming to Switch 2, so I'm glad to see that the Switch 2
Oh, it's
is
coming to
now.
Switch 2 finally?
Yeah, they announced Marvel
Finally.
Rivals is coming to Switch 2 as well. Yep.
Oh, thank God. Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
That'd
So
be
there's
nice.
Finally.
it's a lot of cool stuff happening. They also did say that the Switch 2 version of Modern Warfare 4 will support mouse controls as well, which is I know a lot of people are going to be
Is it
happy
gonna be
about that.
cross-platform?
Cross-platform, cross-progression
the-
as well. So if you have it on another platform,
Ooh.
you will get cross-progression. So yeah, all the good stuff.
Using this with mouse and keyboard is going to be
Nintendo.
interesting man.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. That'd be so fun.
I do want to test that out. Like Fortnite, the controls are just like weird, which so I couldn't get used to it. But like I'm curious because I feel like Call of Duty controls are a little bit easier. So I'm curious to play that. Like I definitely will pick it up just for the novelty. It's probably gonna be like 200 gigs too. So I'll probably need a micro SD card just for Call of Duty. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't bought a memory card yet, so
Man. I've maxed out my internal and my 512 gigabyte storage, and yeah, I keep deleting stuff because I got a bunch of I have a lot of games on Switch too. It's just most of my games I bought on there. So yeah. All right, let's talk about Mina the Hollower. I've been playing it. Has anybody else been playing it? I know you have been playing it, Bryant. Anybody else picked it up?
I've not picked it up yet.
No.
I've seen people play it. I got a badge from shout out to the homegirl Ash Said Hi. I got a badge for watching her play it for a couple hours.
Oh, nice.
We're on Twitch. Yeah.
So
It looks good. It looks amazing.
It is. Brian, you want to share your thoughts first on it? Because I'm
Sure.
enjoying the game. At first, I thought I wasn't gonna like it, and then I was like, you know what? I know. When Brian said, "Oh, I'm excited to talk about it," it's like I don't want him to be the only person talking about it. Let me buy it and figure this and see if I like it. And I'm enjoying it. Go ahead, Brian. You give your thoughts first.
So my excitement to talk about it actually isn't from my love of it. Actually, plot twist. IGN gave this game a 10, and it's gotten a crazy amount of praise across
Yeah.
the critic spectrum here. I started it and I liked it, and I love the music, and I thought the character was cool. Mina's a really cool character. She's kind of like a cross between it's like the Secret of Nim combined with I don't know, Jack Sparrow or I don't know, just she's kind of like this cool scientist that can fight kind of in the world's very dark, and there's animals. It's very, like I said, it's very Secret of Nimish. It's a really cool original setting. Way more original in my opinion than the Shovel Knight setting.
Knight,
And I love
yeah.
Shovel Knight. So I like that. I like how it's kind of dark, and there's a lot of
Like
steampunk
Castlevania
stuff, and
vibes, kind of.
yeah, exactly, yeah, for sure. And so all that stuff I really liked, and the combat, I like that too. I find it pretty difficult actually. Like that, I don't know how far you got, James, but I got to the part where you fight that dude after you come out of the castle,
Yeah.
pretty beginning of the game, and he wrecked me. And I kind of forgot that I had health potions, and so I probably could have beaten him my first try. But he was
I'm
tough. But
past
anyway,
that. Yeah.
you're past that, yeah.
Yeah.
So my biggest problem with this game though is the aesthetic. I like the Game Boy Color thing. I think the pixels are beautiful, and obviously there's so much work that went into it. My problem is the readability, because there are so many things in the game that you don't know what they are. Is this a log I can break, or is this a door, or is this a table that there's like food on it, or is this like a stump that is something you're supposed to cut down to like it just because the graphics are so primitive, it's really hard sometimes to distinguish like what you can go under, what you can go
Mm,
over, what certain things are, what certain things you can collect. And I find that in a game like that, that's pretty difficult by itself just because of its combat, having to kind of decipher the world at the same time as playing it makes it a little trying. I'm hoping playing it more, I'll kind of get a more of a feel for what every piece of aesthetic is kind of like saying and what it's going for. My other problem is it kind of reared its ugly head in the beginning of the game. There's some precise platforming in this game. Like I'm
mm,
thinking of that one part where you're kind of traveling to the castle in the beginning of the game, and you kind of go through this bottomless pit, and there's a couple platforms you have to travel on, and there's this part where you can go in the bottom, and there are these flames that are on either side of the path you can go down on the bottom, and you have to be precise with that platforming. And she does this thing in the game with the movement where you go under the ground and then you pop up, and it kind of gives you an extra boost to
yeah.
go forward more and go faster. And my problem is that while I have no problem with the platforming in Shovel Knight because it's 2D side scrolling, it's very um, normal and what you're used to since you played games in 1987 or whatever. Mina has this isometric kind of top down thing going for it where it kind of reminds me of like I mean it's kind of like Zelda I suppose, but it almost feels like a cross between Link's Awakening where you play the normal parts of Link's Awakening combined with the side scrolling parts of Link's Awakening, like the kind of like imprecise platforming
Yeah.
piece a little bit. um, and so I don't know how I feel about the platforming. Maybe I'll get used to it again. Like I'm not saying the game's bad. Like I said, like the music's great. Love the atmosphere. Love the character. The story I think could really go places with like how she created this technology that's supposed to make the world better, and these people are trying to destroy it. And I think obviously the king is probably a bad guy. Like there's a lot of foreshadowing there that
Yeah.
there's some weird stuff going on with the king. But I don't see the 10 yet. I'm really starting to get kind of leery of IGN. Like they've been kind of giving tens out lately, like candy, and I don't know. I mean, who cares what anybody thinks? Everybody has their own
Yeah.
opinion, but um, yeah, I'll keep playing it. But I'll tell you one thing: I played it on my Steam Deck, and it was pretty good play. But then when I played it on my uh, TV, like those graphics, those Game Boy Color graphics exploded to 4K. Not great. It kind of reminds me of
Mm,
like why Square kind of dug in their heels about making those Final Fantasy games available, not available for so long, the Legacy Collection, was because they had to like try to find a way to make them look presentable on big screen 4K TVs, and they did largely do that. And so far, I don't know if Mina has the goods to do it because it looks like a mess on my. And I have a 42-inch 4K television. It looks like a mess
you
on
might
on
have
a
to
big
mess with the
screen, like blown up like that.
settings.
Yeah, maybe.
And because there
Yeah.
is a way for like where it says like pixel upscaling, there's like different options there. Maybe you have to mess with that to see what looks better.
Well, I think they should explain that a little bit. And that's another problem I have too is I think there's a lot of ambiguity in it as well. Like there's like the bones and like there's currency with like diamonds, and then on the
Yeah.
bottom left you have like your potions and you have your sub weapon. It's very the UI is a little all over the place and they don't explain anything. Apparently there's an instruction manual in the game, and I don't know if that's bad game design or they just kind of want to put you in the world and let you figure out kind of like a Bloodborne kind of thing. But there's a lot going on in this. It's a lot deeper than Shovel Knight is, and I think it would have been helpful for there to be, I don't know, some little tutorial or something, or even if you could skip it, just to kind of make it an easier get into proposition. But that's kind of where I am with the game. Looking forward to continuing it, but I'm not on the hype level yet. Like Shovel Knight, I understood, but
See, I'm a little bit like I agree with you in some parts, but but some of the other stuff I'm a little bit opposite of you. So I'm further than you. I'm in past the grasslands. I've gone to I forgot what the name of the place
okay, yeah, you're
is.
past me for sure.
But like in the beginning, I agree. Like I wasn't really feeling it. I was like, man, I feel like I wasted $20 on this game,
Dang,
because I just wasn't enjoying myself. It's like I was expecting it to be a little bit more chill, not realizing that it's a Souls like it has Souls like elements. And right away, I was like, man, like I was buying this to like relax, not to have to
it's
like
not a
kind of
relaxed game.
focus. It is not. Like I was playing it like last night, and my wife is like, Like, why? Like, stop doing that, because like I was dying to these freaking knights, and I was
Swearing.
just getting upset. I'm like, dude, like, what the heck? Like, what is going on with this game? That, and part of me is I'm used to Adventures of Elliot, so I kept pressing R to pull up a shield, and I can't block. I was like, oh shit, I can't do that. But as I continue playing, I played more today, and I had to change my way of thinking on how I approach like enemies in this game, because you do fight a lot harder enemies later on. Like when you go to the grasslands, you're gonna fight these knights. They're freaking like ridiculously hard. But then I started realizing, okay, I gotta change my approach. There's upgradability. There's different ways to upgrade like your weapons, your shield, your attack, your defense, and so forth. And you gotta kind of really prioritize everything and what you want to do. Um, I started getting a little bit better at things. I do kind of understand where you're coming at, where you're saying like, hey, like I can't, like you can't go ahead and how can I put it? Like, there's no instructions on anything. You have to read instructions. There's no tutorial. I do understand where you're coming from with that stuff, but at the same time, I do also appreciate like the exploration of trying to figure it out on your own. I didn't understand the bone aspect, and there's the diamonds, but the diamonds are bones,
Gotta
but they're
bone
like
up, baby.
it's kind of like both. It's weird.
That's what it's called. You laugh, geek, but that's what they
Yeah.
call it in the game. They call it boning up.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. The level
But,
up
uh,
is called
funny.
boning up.
But like the diamonds and
It's
the
a
bones,
nice
I was like, what is what? I don't understand that. You go to your
By
little
the way, that's the podcast
hideout,
title of today. It's gonna be boning up.
bone out. Yeah.
touch.
That's crazy.
when you
Why
when
do
you
you wait to
burrow,
hop on the bone up?
when you go ahead and burrow into like this little like home base you have, where you have like a bunch of stuff you can do, you see the diamonds there, and I was like, okay, these diamonds are kind of like a reserve for your bones. And when you use the diamonds, it shoots out the bones, and then you can collect the bones and then upgrade from there. It's weird, like the way they did it, but once you understand it, it makes sense. Like I don't know, like I'm all over the place when it comes to this game. It's very difficult. The platforming, I agree. There's a part where there's a spike trail, and there's like moving candles, and the candles only light up like two spaces, so you kind of have to figure out like where you're gonna jump across. And I went into this cave going around the spike trail. You have to hurry up, and sometimes you have to jump in the dark because the spikes are, when the candle hovers over it, the spikes are there. So it's like you have to figure stuff out. And I was like, I went through there, explored, and there's nothing there for me. I'm like, why did I waste my time in this area? Like, this is such a waste of time. There's an umbrella you get, which is kind of cool. The umbrella, when you jump, it allows you to kind of like glide over. So you, instead of being able to jump over like one square, you can now glide over like 3 squares. So like you'll get that as a accessory later on. Like I don't know. Like my feelings when it comes to this game is all over the place. I don't see the 10 out of 10. Maybe an 8, maybe a 7. I will say that I don't regret buying it anymore. I'm enjoying it a
No,
little bit
I don't
more.
either.
It's just
I
that
support
like
Yacht Club.
yeah, like Yacht Club, they're a great indie developer. Like you said, Shovel Knight was great. I really enjoyed Shovel Knight. It came at a time where there was no Mega Man like game, right? And that was, to me, that was the closest you'll get to like a nice 2D side scrolling game that's similar in the vein of Mega Man. Even now there's like a bunch of Mega Man clones. But yeah, that's me with Mina the Hollower. I do think it's kind of worth it. It's a good game. Good game. 7 or 8. I do want to continue
So
playing
far.
it. There's no map too, which I don't know where to go. And I hope there's fast travel, because I am so far away from the main castle, which I think is like your hub world. Then I'm like, if I have to backtrack all of this, I probably will quit. I will say that right now. Like if it says, okay, I beat this dungeon or wherever I'm at, and it says, yeah, you have to go all the way back, and there is no way to fast travel back to the castle, I'm done. Like, I'm out. Ain't gonna play this no more, and that's it. Because there's other games I want to continue playing. But yeah, that's Mina the Hollower. I don't know if Ash or Geek, if that's gonna be on your radar to get the I think it's pretty decent. Yeah.
Is it available on all platforms? I'm assuming, because
It is all
I've been like
platforms.
really, because I heard about the game. I was really paying attention to it and stuff, but I'm assuming the game's like digital only, if anything.
It is digital only, yeah, across all
Digital only.
platforms. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean,
I'll
for
think
now,
about it.
I assume they'll buy it. They'll probably do like some collaboration with like limited run games and do a physical later on down the road. But as of right now, it's digital. It is 120 FPS on Switch too, so you can play it at 120 FPS on Switch too, which is kind of cool.
Okay, that
Mm.
might that might push me to get the Switch 2 version then. So okay, fair.
Yeah, it's great. Like I was playing it on my monitor at 120 FPS and played it in portable at 120 FPS. and yeah, worked well. There's a cool thing. I think I mentioned his last podcast. Maybe not. There's a cool app called Shader Glass that I downloaded that creates a CRT filter for whatever game you're playing on your PC. I think that would probably look great. The only downside is there is like no Game Boy filter. I was playing Chrono Trigger using Shader Glass. Looks amazing. Like the PC version of it using Shader Glass made it look exactly like how I remember a CRT screen looked. I was like, man, this is the best way to play pretty much anything. Highly recommend it. It's on Steam, free to download. Shout out to Wolfden because he's the one that set it on one of his videos, and I tested it out. And yeah, that thing is amazing. So highly recommend it. Pretty cool. But yeah, that's Mina the Hollower. Any last thoughts on Mina the Hollower before we go to our last subject? No? All right. Let's go ahead and talk about the bad news. I feel like everything today we've talked about is great news, some positive news, nothing very negative, but we have to go ahead and
Except for
drop
the
it right
Dragon
here.
Quest no upgrade path thing.
I mean, yeah, that was the only negative thing, right? Like, but that's not like, like, how can I put it? It's not that bad, right? When you really look at what we're gonna talk about, you're like, okay,
In the
that's
grand scheme
nothing.
of things, no.
Exactly. The Steam Deck has gone a price increase, and it's not $50 like the Switch 2. Remember, everybody was crying about the Switch 2 raising by $50, saying it's the end of the world, Nintendo's overpriced, blah, blah, blah. No. The Steam Deck, which was once $550 for the 512 gigabyte OLED model, is now $789. The 1 terabyte model is now $949. Basically, the Steam Deck is at a point where I would not recommend a Steam Deck to a lot of people now. I had said it, and in one of my videos that I was working on, I kind of like stopped it. I said the Steam Deck would be my go-to for a lot of people, and I feel like it's still probably the best handheld out there because there's ways to kind of push a little bit more out of your Steam Deck. But now I would say the Switch 2 is the console I would say for most people. If you're looking for to play high quality games, you want to play portable, as well as the ability to dock, I think the Switch 2 right now is the bang for your buck when it comes to the gaming space because everything is so expensive. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on the Steam Deck's price increase? And I mean, I hate to say it, I feel like every other podcast we're talking about negative news at the state of gaming, but this is just more negative news with the state of gaming. Like our hobby here is just kind of like slowly dying.
I wouldn't say it's I wouldn't say it's the depressing state of gaming. I'd say it's more the depressing state of the world, with
Yeah, that's true.
technology and what's being purchased and all these places buying up RAM and SSDs and GPUs and everything, hoarding everything. That's why everything's more expensive now. It's because of that and probably the tariffs and everything like that. So I don't think it has to do with gaming. Like I don't really blame Valve that much. I mean, it's a big price increase, like no doubt, like $300 or whatever it is. It's a big price increase, but they usually are really good by the customer, and the value proposition of the Steam Deck was probably half of what made it such a great piece of kit besides the hardware piece. I mean, I'm sure Ash, you're sitting over there pretty when you bought my old Steam Deck OLED off me and you got a bargain. Now that it's like a real estate investment. It's like you paid,
it's pretty much it pretty much appreciated in value. Well, like all the other stuff I
100%.
have. So
Right. So
yeah.
it's really cool. And then just a quick note that I feel is apropos, just given the fact that we're talking about Steam and my Steam controller, the D-pad got wonky, where it would start clicking when I would press it to the left. Uh, really, really disappointing because you guys know how much I love the Steam controller, but I couldn't abide. I was playing games with the D-pad and I would feel this weird thing when I'd click it to the left. I emailed Steam support. Within a day, they emailed me back asking me to put the footage of the problem on YouTube for them, and so I did, and I gave them links for just a couple private videos. And then they came back and they said they're gonna RMA me a controller. So I'm sending them my controller tomorrow morning, like right when FedEx opens. And then they said once they get it, they'll send me a brand new one with like a couple days. So I'll
Nice.
be made whole. So another example of Valve doing right by the customer, but the $300 thing is a tough pill to swallow. And I would say for the money at this point, might want to consider Rogue Ally X, just
X.
because, or
Yeah.
the Xbox Ally X, because it's $1,000. How much more expensive is that really than the Steam Deck? And it is technically more powerful, I guess, if the Steam OS is more important to you, then maybe consider sticking with Steam Deck. But otherwise, the price increase. I don't know, man.
Yeah. No, at that 950 versus $1,000 price point, like I would still say ROG Ally X. And if you want Steam OS, you're gonna have to learn how to
Bezite.
install Bazite. Yeah, because it's definitely the better bang for your buck between the two, even though it's $50 more. That being said, there was something that like Fan had mentioned on the Discord. I didn't realize the price increase. I thought it was cheaper when it came out. I didn't know it was $1,000 when it came out. I wouldn't be surprised if sooner rather than later than the ROG Ally X goes up in price. I've heard, I'm not gonna say by who, but I did hear talks that apparently the ROG Ally X is gonna go up in price soon, just not yet. Um, so it was kind of like a I don't want to say it's a leak, but yeah, eventually that is. That's all I'll say on that. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But yeah, uh, yeah, it's all right. Ash, let's go with you. What are your thoughts?
I mean, at this point, I can't recommend anybody the Steam Deck because the main thing for me was value of what it brings, especially
Mhm.
being a PC handheld and everything. But now with the price increase, I can't really recommend it that anymore. Which I mean, am I mad at the price increase? I can't be mad at Valve for that. I think that's the biggest
Can't blame them.
takeaway from it.
Yeah,
I can't blame them because for one, even though the Steam Deck is popular, it never sold more than any of like the mainstay consoles like the Nintendo Switch, for example. And it's funny too when looking back, people are saying that Steam Deck is going to be a Switch killer. I'm like, no, it's not.
yeah,
Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's ridiculous. So, and I think the one thing that Valve should have done is they should have their PR team let consumers know ahead of time about the price increase and be prepare for it instead of just slapping you with that big old $200-$300 price increase. Because I think they should have done a better PR job when it comes to like
yeah.
announcing the price for the Steam Deck. Now at that point, now it's a sense a more darker a precedence for the Steam machine now because everybody was thinking, hey, the Steam machine is going to be that good old whimsical 700 to 800 buck price point. Well, not
Yeah.
anymore from what
I
we
was
had with the 1
everybody.
terabyte Steam Deck. Yeah, yeah. Now with the 1 terabyte OLED Steam Deck being $950, yeah, it's definitely going to be more than $1,000. So I can tell
Yeah,
you that much. But
unfortunately.
it's just I'm not surprised on what happened here because the thing is, resources are finite. AI data standards are pretty much gobbling up everything. We also got the tariff situation along with other things as well. And a whole bunch of things, not just gaming, might go up in price 100% because everything relies off of transport, and with transport you need gas and fuel. And due to the whole everything going on with that,
Yeah,
it's going to further increase prices on everything. So it's not just gaming, food, clothing, everything. So I think people just need to strap down and like appreciate for what they have for right now, and just go go to your backlog and stuff. Like look back on some stuff that you need to finish on.
yeah,
I'm always telling people, hey, if you can't afford things right now, appreciate for what you have, and just focus on like what you can do, what you can finish on, and wait for things to go back down. Now, do I think that prices are gonna go back to normal when everything like
I
is
don't think
done? I
so.
don't think so. I don't think so because history repeats itself over and over again. You know,
Hey, COVID
but
happened. Everything was
yeah.
raised up in price because of COVID, and
Hmm.
that's been done for quite some time, and nothing ever went down
Yeah,
after that.
pretty much. Yeah. So, I mean, so at this point, I would just say, like, I can't blame Valve for increasing the price, but at the same time, I can't recommend anybody on getting the Steam Deck. At that point, get the ROG Ally or ROG Ally S if you can, because um at this point, and which I think I checked the Steam Deck store page about a day or two ago, it's already sold out. So
Hmm.
it says either
Yep.
one bought up by scalpers, or two bought up by people that won the Steam Deck and afraid of FOMO, thinking that the price increases are going to happen again for these Steam Decks, which at this point probably. So it's either one of those two variables. So at this point, you might as well just point your attention towards the ROG Ally and call it a day from there.
Hmm.
So um, other than that, I would say, and I know people are going to like compare them to Nintendo a little bit because Nintendo at least gave us a heads up about the price increase that's happening in September. But I think this goes down to like the differences between like a public and private company. With Nintendo, they didn't have to increase the price, but because their shareholders told them to do so, they're like, hey, sure, we'll increase it. We're just going to do it on this date. Let our people know that, hey, you
Yeah,
have this amount of time, and plus they also already had a contract where they can get us a certain amount of RAM at this current price per RAM stick or some shit like that. So
Yeah.
that they will already have a lot of advantages compared to Valve. While they're a private company, they could pretty much do almost whatever they want, and depending on who's running it, it just I think this is a bit of a miss for Valve when it comes to PR stuff, you know. So I think that's my overall view on that, if anything. So
Yeah, I think, when you mentioned Nintendo there, like that was something that I'm disappointed in Nintendo in because they had said earlier in an earlier earnings call that they were good with prices for this fiscal year. It was next fiscal year that they weren't sure. But like you said, their shareholders were pushing them. I honestly, and we saw their stocks just kept dropping and dropping and dropping. And shareholders actually they did a public letter to Nintendo saying increase the prices.
Yep.
And granted, Nintendo did it by $50. They probably could have done it by a lot more, but they only did it by $50, so I do give them props for doing 50 and not like $280 like Valve did. But at the same time, like when you want to compare to Valve, you can't because Valve was already having a loss on the Steam Deck. When the Steam Deck was
Yes.
released, the pricing they were having it for, they were already selling it at a loss. So
Yep.
they probably increased it so they can still make profit off of the Steam Deck now. Plus, kind of make sure that they have they're adjusting for all the RAM prices and everything like that. So like I get it. Like they were in a different situation. When you look at a bunch of other PC handhelds, they were always more expensive than the Steam Deck. Though facts are facts, it is still going to be very hard to recommend a Steam Deck. Like I don't think I would recommend Steam Deck. If somebody said, "Hey, I want something for handheld gaming," I'm not recommending a PC gaming handheld whatsoever. I would say, "Hey, Switch 2, even at $500, the Switch 2 is still going to be your best bang for your buck, in my opinion, because it's still very powerful, very capable. A lot of AAA games are coming to the Switch 2, and they will play better on the Switch 2. And it's it's half a grand. It's not starting off at a grand when it comes to that. So yeah, it kind of sucks. As far as the Steam Machine goes, I'm at this point where I think I'm gonna just give up and not get the Steam Machine because I feel like it's just gonna be too expensive. I'm already considering I'm gonna just throw Bazite on my ROG Ally X, and then I can probably just pop it in on my TV, and there you go. I have my Steam Machine right there. For the most
Watch
part.
the Steam Machine be like, I'm guessing this at this point the Steam Machine is probably gonna be like 1,500.
I hope it's not like 15, but if it is, that's a straight pass. Like,
Yeah.
definitely not getting that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny because this announcement came, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna invest in just the Valve ecosystem overall. Like, I'll get the Steam Machine, have it downstairs, and I'm all set. But then after this announcement, it's like, man, like I don't know what ecosystem I want to go with because everybody just has like their own thing that's going on. Nintendo, everything I like about Nintendo, like, yes, you can say I'm a fanboy or whatever. I really do like Nintendo. I love the Switch aspect. The thing I hate the most about the Switch 2, and it's not really Nintendo's fault, is that the optimization for some games on Switch 2 where it can run at a higher frame rate or higher resolution, but the developers are not putting that much work into it. Persona 3 Reload was a great example. When it came out, messy frame rates at 30 FPS. Like what was going on where they did an update, and yes, on dock mode is 60 FPS, but why is it still 30 FPS in handheld mode? Where easily on the Steam Deck I can get 40 FPS, 45 FPS. I should be able to get 60 FPS on the Switch too. Bandai Namco games, horrible optimization. Sparking Zero, horrible. Tales of Arise, I did see it. Graphics fidelity wise, looks amazing. It's just still, it being locked at 30 FPS makes no sense, especially when the cutscenes, which are in engine, are 60 FPS. That just means that you can play the whole
triggers
game.
me a lot.
Yeah, it's like that means you can play the game because these are not like cutscenes like PS1 era where it's CGI and pre-rendered. No, this is in-engine cutscenes, so you can easily do Tales of Arise at 60 FPS on the Switch 2, but instead they have it at 30 FPS. So who knows? Maybe a patch will come in later on. But that's been the biggest negative for me when it comes to the Switch 2 and investing in their ecosystem. That's kind of like a little bit stuff that bothers me. But yeah, going back to Steam Deck, Geek, you don't have a Steam Deck, right?
Nope.
No? Not, are you gonna buy one now?
I never was interested. I don't
Never was
play
interested?
handheld enough.
No?
And that was $500 more than I wanted to spend. I don't even play handheld with the Switch 2 that much.
Okay.
And that's and it's easy. I love the I used to always get upset about Lufia 3, Advance Wars, Minish Cap, just to name a few. What was the other game on PS on Vita? Gravity Fall was not Gravity Falls.
Gravity
Gravity
Rush?
Rush?
Gravity Falls.
Gravity Rush. I'm thinking
That's a TV show.
Yeah,
Nickelodeon.
Gravity
Yeah.
Falls.
But Gravity Rush, so many games, like even the War Alliance, Final Fantasy Tactics, when they got stuck, Fire Emblem, my lady Lynn got stuck on handheld, and I like to experience. I primarily have a 95% diet of RPGs, so I want to play them on my monitor or on a TV screen or a projector. I don't want to sit and play it on handheld. I don't have to, and I don't want to. So it never was a thing for me personally. But I do understand, with the state of everything, how it is. Plus, we got to give Steam a little credit, Valve, because of the fact that this is their primary, this is wasn't it their first console? And Nintendo has
attempt.
what was
They
the
had
first one?
They had the original Steam machine that didn't do so
Yeah.
well back in like
Oh, I didn't even know about
2010 or
that.
something like that. 2012.
Didn't they?
See, I
Didn't they
didn't
partner
remember
with? Didn't they partner with Alienware when they were trying to make
They
those?
did. Yep.
Yeah.
See, yeah, I didn't even remember that. But yeah, I just never was interested in that, and and honestly, I really wish Nintendo would do a Pro, and I've been saying this since the NX days. For y'all remember the code name MNX.
Yeah, I remember that.
Give me a console, and I'll pay the extra money. Don't worry about what is in my pocket.
Yeah.
Give me an extra console that doesn't have to be hybrid, and I'll buy that and let me get the AAA titles from other system at 1080p and 60 frames a second, the games that's supposed to be that bare minimum, and then everybody else who wants to buy a hybrid. That's what I thought the whole Nintendo family of games was going to be. Yeah, not an app that nobody uses because we have Discord. Give me 3 different variations. Give me the light, give me the hybrid, and give me the pro. That's what I always thought it was going to be. But I can understand too why a lot of companies do the 30 frames per second and stuff, and they still don't value it. Like what you were just talking about earlier, Call of Duty hasn't been on Nintendo since it bombed. What, on Wii U? Was that 2014, 2013?
Yeah.
So they don't trust it. If somebody keep on burning your trust, I mean, Nintendo still has the reputation for being a kids game, or like we were going into the other conversation. That's why Nintendo and a lot of companies just like, I'm just gonna put the logo on my game, because if you see it's on PlayStation or even Xbox or Game Pass or Steam, if you're like a gamer, like I used to buy 2K every year. I bought the Switch version a few times. It's way inferior. Same thing with the WWE. But it's playable. But if I'm being serious and I really want as high a fidelity I can get, I'm going to go for the PlayStation or the Xbox. So I understand why a lot of companies, it's kind of like they half-ass it a little bit, because they're like, oh, okay, well, at least the game is on the system, which to a degree, I'm glad, because I may pick up Call of Duty and I ain't played since Modern Warfare, or no, the one with Jon Snow with Kit Harington, and when he was in space, and then everybody hated it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what's a Call of Duty? They
Was it
hated
Advanced
it. Everybody
Warfighter?
Advanced Warfire.
Yeah.
Yeah. People hated that. Is this too much? We want to go back to 1952. We want to go back to World War II. So
yeah, and then Call of Duty World War II came out, and that game flopped as well.
yeah. So I may get that because I'm glad, but handheld has never been my go-to. It's always been so I would have to pass on that. The Ally, the only handheld I have is the Switch 2. But if I was to suggest one, and if you are a gaming historian, especially, I would say go get, a Game Boy Advance, a DS, a Neo Geo Pocket to play some of those type of games, because, I'm a big person where it's not about the graphics, it's about the gameplay. How can you immerse me into the game? And for my 2 to 4 hours that I have free as an adult, and you put me inside of your game and make me forget about my IRL issues. So it doesn't matter what platform it's on. If you can do that, but I would prefer to play it full screen so I can, we haven't got up to the dot hacking Sword Art Online level yet, where we can just log in and don't have to touch controllers and just be like inside the game about what I thought. But until then, I like the big screen. That's the closest I can get to the immersion.
See, I think for me, yeah, go ahead, Ash.
So sorry, I had a comment about Geek's suggestion on like getting like old retro consoles and stuff, which that's perfectly fine, and I think that's what that might happen later on as current modern hardware gets more expensive. Is people's going to go back and just buy old hardware, or just simply just emulate those said games and just roll with it. The only thing I'm worried about though is that I'm worried that the retro market might get even more expensive due to scalpers catching on what's happening and stuff, but due to trends and everything. Because like every now and then, whatever I'm on YouTube, I'm scrolling through, I'm like always running to these retro videos of people like buying like iPod Nano, going through these things, making like comprehensive 1-hour videos about these and how they used to be great. I feel like that type of renaissance is going to like be more stronger as the new hardware gets more expensive, and once it becomes unaffordable, then people's going to just reverse back to like what gave them that enjoyment, So I feel like what Geek said, I think that's going to resonate a lot with a lot more people later on.
Do want to say this real quick too. And Sandfall and these boys over here and ladies at Expedition 33, they kind of proved this too. I really believe that indie is going to be the future. That's going to be the only thing that saves video games. Is because video games start having a downfall when it became bigger than the movie industry. What 20 in the 20 mid 2000s around
PS3,
there? That's
PS4
when
era. Yeah.
I
would say PS3,
when they realized,
PS4
and we don't need more actors playing in video games or to see sweat pours on Ellie and Joel. We need more gameplay, characters, story, and these immersive feelings that made us nostalgic. And we are the group, our age group is the people who are buying the games. It's still not kids. The kids still need to get their money from their parents. So, I just feel indie's going to be the one that's going to, because you care about your games.
Yeah.
You're
not just supporting your games. You're not just somebody wanted me to work on a game last year with them, and it was one of my old homeboys I went to college with, and his coworker, and he was a programmer. They're programmers. I'm like, okay, this might be cool. First thing he said that kind of caught my attention, he goes, well, I just want to make a gotcha game. And he didn't even know what gotcha was. But basically what he's describing is a gotcha game, like a mech gotcha game. He sent me the link to the game. I want to make money. I said, you know what? I'm going to have to bow out gracefully because gamers, we know if a game is just out to make money. If you don't put your heart into the game, we can instantly feel, oh, they're just trying to get a check.
Yeah.
I had to bow out gracefully, but I do feel that indie is going to be the savior of the industry, because that's why so many people are going back to this retro style of games, this nostalgic type of games, because it's the classic gameplay in the which I know why a lot of people hate Rebirth. It's not such as if Rebirth was 30 hours, it wouldn't get as much flack. Get in, get out. But when you got to go talk to Hadley 6 times every damn location, and it's 7 locations to complete a map, look, I understand.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, we've said that plenty of times on this podcast. It's like after that PS3 era, in my opinion, I think after Western game, Skyrim, I think Skyrim just killed everything because everybody saw Skyrim and how it was getting mainstream, and people were like, "Oh, everybody needs to be a Skyrim."
GTA,
and I think
GTA 5.
Yeah, and GTA, right? All these big open world maps, and then it became, instead of, hey, let's make my unique game that's different. Now it's all following trends, right? If you think to back in the days, every game was pretty unique, right? You might have similar elements, right? Different turn-based RPGs, right? But Wild Arms 2 was totally different from like Chrono Cross. They had different mechanics, overall different story, even though they were turn-based RPGs. Nowadays, it's just like everything feels like an Ubisoft open world game with a bunch of things on the map, and you're trying to do that.
Everything's Dark
Or
Souls.
everything's Dark Souls, right?
Western medieval Dark Souls with the same gray brown gravy sauce looking palette.
Yeah. and it's
Don't
just like chasing trends. Everything wants to be Fortnite. Everything wants to be something. Yeah, go ahead. Ash.
no. What irked me is when they call Crash Bandicoot the Dark Souls of platforms. I'm like, bro, Crash Bandicoot been out way before Dark Souls. How
Yeah.
dare you say that in an article? What is wrong with you, bro? I'm tired.
Yeah.
To get Dark Souls.
No, it's funny you Ash mentioned like retro gaming and stuff like that at a thrift store that's close by me. We didn't get to go and pass by there, and I'm so upset. But they had Smash Bros 64 and a bunch of other 64 games at reasonable price. It was like $10. I was like, man,
Ooh.
because they didn't know what they had, and I was like,
Ooh.
if I would have gone over there and got it, and I just completely forgot about it, and then I remembered, I was like, man, we should have gone over and gotten it, because honestly, I would have bought those, and then I probably would have bought an analog 3D just so that I can go ahead and play those games. Excuse me, just play those games in 4K. Like I would definitely have done that, but
So send me that just later on.
Yeah.
'Cause, I can
Still no
drive
Smash
there. I can
Brothers
drive
like
there
first
myself.
thing.
Man.
yeah, that's if
Like,
it's still there. Like, oh, man.
somebody
if I
got
can
it.
find, if I can find another gold mine in there, then that'll be great. I mean,
Yeah.
I need to start going to more thrift stores more often these days. So
Yeah, no, I've been
I
every time I
sell-
go, I look for
I-
some classic games. Go ahead.
I flip stuff on eBay, and let me tell you, these prices in these bigger sellers, they know. They watch
Mhm.
podcasts. They follow news. They're smart. They
Mhm.
know what's up. They will. You can go and like. I bought Xenoblade Chronicles X for Wii U because I don't know what I did with it when the original one lost it, so I bought it back for $45. Right? Okay, cool. That was 2 years ago. As soon as the other one was announced, guess how much I was able to sell the Xenoblade for Wii U for?
How much?
$12.
oh,
$12 plus $4.99, $5.99 shipping, and that's because the whole market, the moment of the direct, the announcement, everybody went on eBay and dropped their prices, so they know, what's going on.
Hmm.
They're aware.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Like I miss a lot of my retro consoles. I wish I had them. But one last thing before we go ahead and go to memories cards, unless we want to do what we've been playing afterwards, is that kind of the opposite to you, Geek. It's like growing up, I played mainly in console, but there was always this luxury about handheld. Like I had the Game Boy player, so I would play my Game Boy Advance games on the TV, and I thought that was the coolest thing. But I think like having the TurboGrafx Express, it just brought a lot of luxury to handheld that I've always enjoyed handheld gaming. It was always very unique. I only owned the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy, OG Game Boy, and then the DS, right? Like the Game Boy Advance I never owned because I had a Game Boy player, and that's how I played all my Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah.
But it's like it was just something about handheld that I've always enjoyed, and that's why like I like the Steam Deck, and my Switch too, and why I picked up a Steam Deck and why I also have an ROG Ally X, because I did like that beauty. The Switch 2 the Switch rather was the first cool thing because it was like, hey, I don't need to buy a Game Boy player and a Game Boy Advance to play this on the go.
Exactly.
It's become both of those put together. So I did like the Switch because of that, and I still enjoy the Switch 2. I also enjoy the Switch 2 because one thing that kind of stopped me and pushed me away from the Steam ecosystem was I was playing, I forgot what was I playing? Oh, I was playing Chrono Trigger on my PC. And then I had went out with my wife. I brought my Steam Deck. She was, when we would go out thrifting a lot, or she goes out thrifting. I just tag along. And I decided, hey, while she's looking, I'm gonna just sit on the couch here and play some Steam Deck. Went to play Chrono Trigger. Guess what? Since I haven't turned on the Steam Deck, I don't have my save data. And I was like, great. Where the Switch 2, I never have that issue because it's just a one console. I have it docked, play it on a big screen. I take it on the go. My save data is still there, so I don't really have to worry about it, whether it's internet. Yes, I get it. I could have used hotspot, but I'm like, in the situation, I'm thinking, what if I didn't have hotspot, right? I do have hotspot. Most people get hotspot for free, but like, what if I didn't have hotspot? Then I would have been SOL and I couldn't use my save data. But yeah, you guys, what, Bright? I'll put you in charge of this part. Do you want us to do what we've been playing, or you want to go dive into memories card?
Why don't we go ahead and just do a quick what we've been playing,
Okay.
and then we'll do memories card, then we can finish up the podcast.
All right, you go ahead and start us off.
Okay. Yep. So we already talked about Mina the Hollower. I'll leave it there. Back in Final Fantasy X, still playing that. I've like I mentioned last podcast, I have finished Final Fantasy X, but I decided to go back to it because
Nice.
everybody just keeps telling me how fantastic it is. Um, Now I will say I've come to loathe something that I never really noticed before, and I've come to love something and appreciate something that I never really appreciated before. The loathe is I absolutely do not like the inventory management. And what I mean by that is when you go into a shop and you go to buy a weapon, it doesn't tell you if you own it already. And that drives
Mm.
me nuts. It doesn't tell you how many you own. It doesn't tell you if you own it already. And then you have to go exit the shop, go into your menu, go into your weapons, see if like, okay, what was it called? The benevolent blade or something. What was it called again? Okay, I have to go back to the shop. Okay. Oh, it was the benevolent saw. Okay. What was it again? Like, it's just kind of silly because so many RPGs, they tell you your inventory when you go into the shop and they tell you if you have something already. So I also find the kind of ambiguous nature of the weapons and stuff a little strange just because there's no stats on them. It's just the abilities. And I mean, I can kind of appreciate that minimalist aspect of it where the weapons themselves don't matter too much. It's about the abilities you give them. So,
Hmm.
you're never going to use Squall's original Gunblade, generally speaking, in Final Fantasy VIII. Again, like later in the game, once you get more powerful weapons, or Buster Sword, or insert weapon here. So I kind of appreciate how Final Fantasy kind of keeps them like relatively kind of similar with like very minute differences. So if like you really like how something works, you can put it into your system and it's fine. So that's one thing I don't like about it, and it's kind of been annoying. One thing I do like about it is I love the story. The story, it's a like I never like I always thought the story was like good. It was fine, but like the story, it is a really cool story. I still find Titus a little bit annoying. I think half of it's probably his voice actor. But I do
What? James
appreciate. I
Arnold
think I
Taylor
think
is
you've mentioned.
legendary.
I don't know. I just like, hey guys, like I'm tiny. I don't know, but
He's not. He's not that annoying. I don't know.
well, Ash, who's asking you? I'm kidding.
Hey, I'm almost done with the game, so he gets better.
So
He gets better. I promise.
Yeah, so I was gonna say I appreciate the fact like when you hear him speak in the past tense and he's like later on in life or later on in the game. I think you mentioned this to me, James. He's a little less whiny and a little less precocious later on, and I appreciate that and everything. But and I think Yuna, and I kind of like asked AI this to see if there's some kind of context I was missing. I find Yuna just appallingly bland, just how like proper she is. I think there is a fine line you can walk with that. Like I think Dagger does a really good job of that fine line in Final Fantasy IX where she's proper, but like she kind of recognizes how ridiculous it is. And Yuna is just like a whole nother level of like bland, proper. I have no idea that she even likes men. Like, I can't believe that, her and Titus had this romance just because like she just doesn't really show interest in anything toward except for doing the,
Well, she's an
you know,
icon, right? Like she's like I mean, think of it like well, she's not really a religious icon, but she's like an icon in terms of like her dad was
right.
kind of like up there, right? So she's like she knows that all eyes are on her, so she's like watching her every move. I think Lulu explains that why she's the way she is, and it's mainly because she knows that she has to live up to what her dad did, and everybody sees her as
I
like this big thing, this big deal. Because even like
I
the
appreciate
Also,
that.
the rival girl you meet, the summon,
Yeah.
like even
Mhm.
tries to
Yeah.
get on her on that because it's like, oh, I'm better than you, but because you have your father's legacy, that's why everybody's is all eyes on you. Yeah. Oh, you
I
were you
don't
gonna say
want to
something to
also,
it,
get
Geek?
um,
go ahead.
let me just say this real quick. Also, one of the reasons that a lot of people don't holla at Yuna is because she is the summoner and who her daddy was,
Yeah.
and the context of the story. So I don't think you said you haven't beat it yet. So I'm
I
not gonna
finished
go
it.
too far. Oh, you finished it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Ash, so
Ash
you
hasn't
haven't
finished
finished
it
it.
yet. This is his
Okay,
first
Yeah.
so
time
I'm
playing
not
it.
gonna say too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna say too
I'm at the
much.
dome. So
But because of who Titus is, he was the
I
only
refuse
one
to
that
say
would
that.
just walk up and talk to her. He had a reckless, abandonment when it came to it. He thought she was cute and he was just gonna holler at her. But he is annoying a little bit.
Yeah, remember
I
Kamari
get to say to
stepped
that.
right in when they first met. Kamari's like, "Whoa, man! Like, you need to
Yeah,
back
he's like,
up."
hold on. Well, so did
I
Waka.
guess that's true. He did
Waka
just
Yeah,
kind
was
of shoot
like,
his shot.
order,
He didn't really care.
order,
Yeah.
order. But you have to think. This is what gets me with a lot of these isekai type heroes. Honestly, I like how Titus is doing it. If you go to a new world, I watch a lot of anime. I'm not
I
gonna
didn't
go
think
into
about that.
anime,
Yeah, he's telling he's a
but
hero. Yeah.
uh, a lot of isekai characters go into a new world and they're scared. They haven't let their testes drop. Like if I go to a new world, whatever I didn't do here, I'm doing there, and I'm not gonna be scared. 5 waifus want to talk to me. Why not? Why not? I'm going full. What was that anime I just watched a couple months ago? Something bride.
Inuyasha.
No, it wasn't Inuyasha. It was
No,
a
I'm
dude
kidding.
who had it was like 5 brides. He was like wedding ring something, and he
Oh,
went
Tenchi
to
Muyo? Tenchi Muyo?
it wasn't
Are you talking about Tenchi?
Tenchi No,
Oh, dang.
this
Okay.
this dude
Okay.
was married, and they were literally hunching or about to.
Oh, how old is
I
this?
said that very PG-13, James.
Wait,
Just this for the record. But no, he goes. He had his crush. Of course, you know it's high school. He has his high school crush. Ends up going, and part of his power was he had to consummate with the other ladies of
What does
different
that mean?
elements and tribes, and that's how he got the power. But it started
Damn, I'm
off with a
trying to.
kiss. But the more bases they went, the stronger he would get. But since he's in love with his high school sweetheart, he's scared.
Wait.
My point is, Titus was
Wait,
just
hold.
like, I'm going for Yuna right off the top.
Wait, geek. This story you're talking about, his high school crush. Does she have red hair?
No, she has blonde hair. She's busty, of course, and she's kind of like she's a Tsunade.
All right, man.
Forgot the name of it. It's like Wedding Ring
to...
Chronicles or something like that. If you put in like just Wedding Ring waifus, I guarantee you it'll pop up.
Gotcha. All right, yeah. I was trying to guess it. I was trying to see
PG-13. It's there's a lot of insinuation. But that's all I would say about with Titus. He didn't care. Why not? Because he even said it throughout the story why he took more chances with different things. He's like, oh, okay, well, he even
I'm gonna go back home anyway.
I've been replaying it too. And he doesn't care. He's sitting there at the thing. Waka's stressed, and he's like, easy, man. You're anxious, you're stiff. Waka's like, we've never won. Titus is like, look, I was the star of Xander and Abe's. Like, he's my daddy's
Jack shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Jack shot after 8 tries.
Anyway, so getting off 10 real quick. I'm also playing 007 First Light. I'm liking it, although it kind of has the same trope that I hate about modern stealth games, and that's it depends on stealth mechanics for a video game when stealth mechanics are something that are based in realism, where it's like, okay, realistically, I'm going behind this wall in front of this guy. He doesn't see me, but in real life, he absolutely would see me. But then it's like I go around this corner, maybe he does see me. It's just all very subjective, and I hate that about. And what I liked about Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 2 is that it's very unrealistic, but it gives you that cone of vision, and so I think that works as a video game because then you have the parameters of which the stealth works.
Yeah.
But that's a problem I've had with Metal Gear Solid ever since 3. But that's kind of a problem I have with this. But the gunplay is great. The performances are really cool. It's made by the Hitman team, IO Interactive. It's really a strong game that I've enjoyed so far. And then lastly, again, I'm still playing Lego Batman, loving every minute of that. So those are my main things I've been playing.
It's funny. It's 2 of those games are delayed for Switch 2. One of them, which was first announced on the Switch 2 Nintendo Direct, like the announcement Direct, 007 First Light was announced at the Nintendo Direct, and then it got delayed, which is kind of dumb. Like, Nintendo. If I was Nintendo, I would be upset that First Light got delayed, and I'd be even more upset that they gave time for Borderlands 4, and then Borderlands 4 is indefinitely like on hold, which basically is canceled. Like, I would be upset at both of those, but we highlighted you, and now you made us look like liars. But I do want to pick up First Light. That is definitely on my radar. I was gonna get it on PC, but I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna wait and get it on Switch too, because I said I was gonna get it on Switch too. So I'm gonna wait and play it on there. Just see, because I do want to have a more diverse library on my Switch too, not just have everything be kind of like samey. Because when I look at my library, a lot of the games feel the same. So I do want a little bit more diverse. So I'm probably gonna wait and get it on Switch too. Lego Batman, probably the same. Not so much because like I just want it on Switch 2. The Switch 2 is for me is easiest to play with my kids. I dock it
Mm.
and then I have so many controllers for it. So it's a lot easier. Like a lot of my multiplayer games I put on Switch 2 versus on PC just because it's an easier grab, put it in my dock downstairs because I have 2 docks, put it downstairs, and then I have a bunch of 8-bit do pro controllers that are connected to it and I can just play directly on there. Where the Steam Deck, I can do that too, but it's not the same. Like it's a little bit more extra effort, and you gotta be like, okay, is this being recognized? Is it not being recognized? And all that other stuff. Ash, what you been playing outside of Wuthering Waves?
Still Wuthering Waves, but I kind of like took a small break from FF10, mainly because so that way I can mentally prepare myself for Blitzball, because I really want to get the overdrive for Waka, and also don't you get don't you get another overdrive for Titus too?
I think you do. I think you get his final one, but I think I don't remember if it's you got to beat the tournament, because there's a tournament that happens. Not the tournament in the beginning of the game in Luca, but there's like another tournament that happens later on, and I think you have to beat that, and you get another overdrive with Titus, if I remember correctly.
Blitzball's so complicated for me.
You only got one shot, Ash, to get the Jek shot.
Yep, that's in the beginning.
That was the beginning.
Yeah, if you miss that, then that's it.
You can't get the Jek shot too.
But that's not an overdrive.
Later.
That's just for Blitzball.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's just
you're right. You're right. Yeah, I ain't worried too much about that, honestly. I just want to trying to get the overdrives and stuff. So
yeah, the overdrive you can definitely get, no problem. The Titus one, yeah.
Yeah, I just think, and I could easily look up a guide on like best team to do which, but I feel like that's a bit of cheating. I want to like actually go in, learn the game, and be more satisfied that way, if anything.
Yeah, you got to recruit players.
Yeah,
I only play with Besaid Aurochs.
That's all you play?
Only.
I recruited
Jurist.
And I'm good.
I remember I recruited a Ronso.
30 hours of Blitzball just in one game, just in one playthrough.
So I remember I had a goalkeeper. I had a goalkeeper that was a Ronso.
Master probably on my 1A and 1B. Those are two of the best like mini games I've ever played. Honestly,
I agree.
Blitzball's not perfect. It's a lot of stuff that should have been done, but if you really take the time to blitz,
it's great.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this mode is like a totally different avenue and stuff. It takes you out of your element when you're, doing your normal turn-based battles and stuff. So for me, I need to actually go in, lab in there, learn how to play the game and stuff. It's still RPG-esque. I just need to know when to have certain players on the field and stuff, essentially, because it's not straightforward, if that makes sense. So
when to press that menu button and switch your formations right in the middle. That helps.
Yeah,
switching formations.
And
then once I'm done with Blitz, once I'm done with Blitzball, then we're gonna go ahead and take care of the final boss stuff, and then go from there. Which, by the way, Geek, I don't know, you heard me talk about FF10 in the previous podcast on one of my favorite boss battles, and which I already forgot the name of it, but it's that big ass dragon that you fight right after you get out of the cave. Mount Gagazet. That was the most creative boss battle I ever seen in my life, because I had to set up on my chair and think about this, because I'm like, okay, he's going to keep spamming Kiraga every other 3 turns. How do I get past this? And I'm like, oh wait, I gotta put reflect on him, so when he casts Kiraga on himself, he heals one of my allies. And then what's even more funny too is that the CPU started recognizing, oh crap, it's actually benefiting them. So let me cast reflect on one of their members, so that way I can get my Kiraga. I'm like, okay, this is actually a good fight. I actually like doing that one a lot, because it actually,
I love this Final Fantasy X talk. So good.
Yeah, because they actually put thought onto, okay, we have these tools, you can get these from these characters. How would you handle it and stuff? So I think that's one of the biggest satisfying fights I ever did in that game,
I just thought of something. I think we all need to petition Sakurai to remove Cloud from Smash and have Titus in Smash.
Don't you dare.
can't agree with that.
His move set would be so much better, throwing blitz balls at you and like all of that.
It's gonna be Clive for next time. I'm telling you, it's gonna be Clive for next time. I'm telling you, bro.
I mean, he's not on a
that.
Nintendo console.
It's
So.
gonna be Clive.
I don't know. I don't know. Square Enix doesn't feel that they've made enough money with Clive, so they're not going to do that.
That's true.
That's why do you think they're milking they're milking Seth? Do you guys and then we can go on. Do y'all remember when Final Fantasy VII was not considered overrated? They've desecrated Final Fantasy VII and made it where people, when you talk to the average person, they don't never even played it. They'll be like, "Oh, it's overrated. Yeah. It's overrated." Final Fantasy VII, the first 1997 in September of 1997, was one of the greatest games of all times, up there with Chrono Trigger and the Xenoblade, the Xenogears and the Xenoblades, and all the echelon of great Dragon Quest V games and whatever you want to say JRPGs. It's up there on the Mount Rushmore. But now, because they're hungry for money and they can't make a story that emulates the success, the global success that Final Fantasy VII made in 1997, they're going to continue to go back. I think it's got 17 or something like that. It's got over 10 to 15 different entries in Final Fantasy VII. So, of course, when you keep seeing, this is not a spoiler, Aerith die, you're done with it. Like, okay, it was a big deal in 97. But now, like, okay, so she's, come on, and that's one of the big reasons too. People are just like, okay, it's the same story.
Hey, I've beaten OG FF7s about 2 to 3 times in my lifetime, and the thing is, I'm right now. I do have Rebirth, and I try to get back into it and play it. The problem is, it's hard to stick with it because on how stretchy it is. It's like they have this mozzarella cheese and they want to stretch it as much as they can, where they didn't need to.
Yeah.
And like when I'm in FF7 and stuff, when you're in open world, finally, it's just
more streamlined.
It's still straightforward and streamlined, but there's certain things along the way that you should check back and look back to. They just don't tell you, right? I think the funny thing that happens is when you run into Yuffie and stuff in FF7 OG and stuff, it's funny how you like randomly encountered her out of nowhere and then she eventually joins your party and stuff, and then how you recruit Vincent later on into the game and stuff, which I'm pretty.
Well, she was optional.
Rebirth? Yeah, she was optional. Yeah,
her and Vincent were both optional. You can go through the whole game without them.
Yeah, exactly. And like it's the game itself. It was just so. It was so straightforward. It was a lot more dark and gritty because when I'm playing through it and also looking through cutscenes, I don't know if it's me, man, but I feel like they Disney-ified the hell out of FF7. I can't take FF7 Rebirth like I did with the original FF7.
Too much focus on the relationships.
He doesn't even smoke. He doesn't even smoke, and he's a pretty boy.
Yeah, you
said Sid?
And then
Sid doesn't smoke cigarettes anymore, and he's a pretty boy. He's a heartthrob now.
And what further? I think one of the cringiest scenes I ever dealt with is when you have to dress up as one of the soldiers for Shenmue and stuff, and you have to go into that bar where Rude is at and stuff, right? And in the OG FF7, it's a lot more. It was definitely a lot more dark and gritty. You got to make sure you're undercover, you being all chill, all about it. But in Rebirth, they have this sing-along thing about being proud, being bold and stuff, and just doing that. I'm like, that was so weird. I'm like, why do that? Why change that? I know it's like a different timeline, but holy crap, better writing, please. I know you're both too, Geek. I'm sorry, but I'm just like, bro.
No, it wasn't.
Shots fired.
No, it wasn't. No, I wasn't even thinking about that at all. Because shout out to the homeboy Will Stevens during the pandemic. That helped me get over to 1K on YouTube. The homeboy Will Stevens, I met him through somebody else. He was the voice actor who did the voice for Rude.
Yeah,
so, and he's bald headed too. So I always remember that. It was just how the universe goes sometimes.
Yeah, you did an interview with him, right? That's what it was, because I saw that.
I did it. Yeah, I did an interview with him. It did pretty good. It helped me get over that 1K back in the day. But I will say, I actually, not just because of that, but I actually enjoyed that. Just like I was actually, Ash, thinking about what Bryant said last year one of his problems with Final Fantasy Rebirth was the fetching quest. Like when you had to go back and get the Tifa's cat. And for me, I'm just for y'all, for me, the ball headed thing, all the goofiness, like I enjoyed it. Final Fantasy VII is my 1B game. I enjoyed that, but I also can push back and say, or not push back, but look at it, play devil's advocate and say, I understand that in this modern day, why people wouldn't accept that. Now, let's think about it this way. Those situations might not have been as goofy or bad if you didn't have to go and do 150 quests with Chadley and then 10 quests per summon and then 10 towers you got to do. It was too much bloat. And the reason why I know that they did this, nobody talks to me personally. I don't have a cousin at Square Enix. It's just me observing, because they wanted to try to stretch out. Again, everybody knows the story. So if everybody knows the story, either just make it exactly verbatim or just don't take so many liberties. And I think that that's one of the reasons that, because Remake did better than Rebirth. And I think that's because we have been hungry and wanting to see it.
But it was also
Remake
shorter.
did better than Rebirth because you have to play Remake to play Rebirth, kind of. I mean, like, you'd be lost if you start with Rebirth.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
that's true.
But Remake, like the whole part, I mentioned this, I think, last podcast, because I had finally beat Remake on Switch 2 to prepare for Rebirth on Switch 2. It's like that whole Hojo section where you fall down and have to work your way back up because Sephiroth like cut the like little bridge that you were on. I was like, that's all filler. Like, why have to do that? They literally just did that just so they can stretch out the game for no reason.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of other spots that are like that.
Well, there was a big reason they couldn't implement Rebirth. I would have waited. I would have rather wait for 2030 to get all of them, but they had to stretch that out. Those are almost two separate type of. They couldn't do the open world mechanics of Rebirth. If it led into remakes of Rebirth, they couldn't do that.
Well, I mean, yeah, mechanically wise, they weren't ready for that. Like that, I get, but it's still like, I still don't like the filler content, and then I feel like Rebirth has even more filler content because when you really look at it, we're at the end of what, this one, with Remake and Rebirth is the end of this one.
Right.
This 2 still has a lot of content in there, so it's like, how are you gonna fit all of this 2 in part 3, which is supposed to end the whole game? So you have to fit all of this 2, and this 3 was only really the ending. That's about it. But
that's gonna be easy. That part is easier than with Rebirth, because this 3 didn't have nothing but FMVs on it, full motion videos at the time. So it was just boss battles, which we've seen. At that part, I don't like. They've neglected all the key features. The key moments is where they messed up. The Tifa Cloud Starlit Night, they changed that. So when he's fighting the old boy on the motorcycle, they changed that to he had that thought. I wanted to see that classic moment. They changed a lot of different iconic scenes in favor to bloat it. So I do agree with y'all with that. I'm very nostalgic. I'm biased about it, honestly, because for me to see Tifa, Cloud, Yuffie, Barrett, even raggedy ass Cat Sith, to see them in, like 3D, and as a 13, 14-year-old kid, because I consciously understood it, playing the game, and to see this is the vision that they would have wanted to go is something else. So that's why I can ignore a lot of the bloat that happened to it. But I do have damn near 200 hours in it. So it was, I shut everything else down and just played that.
Real quick, Geek, you want to talk about what you've been playing real quick?
I'll be quick. Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy 12, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Nice.
Final Fantasy VIII, I just came off of beating the demo, or we talked about it earlier. Changes the game. Shout out to Sonato Games for those of y'all who want to play it. It's you got to have the old 2012 version of Final Fantasy VIII, and then you can download the mods and play it. Final Fantasy 12 is a whole new experience. It's a whole new game. I'm not a big fan of Final Fantasy. I don't think it's the same after Sakagachi left, but I still play every freaking game and put like 200 hours into every damn near game except Final Fantasy 13. Um, that's come out since then. 16, 15, not 14. 13 I got about 100 hours in, believe it or not. 12 I've played it about 4 times. I finally beat it in 2021. But being able with this mod I got from Vortex, I can make Ash or Bosch the real hero, which I think either one of them fit. So I've been rolling with Ash because to me it's her story. She's the first female protagonist before Lightning. I can take away the cinematic bars. I can actually play with 4 characters at a time, which changes the whole dynamic of the game. I don't use all the extra mods boosting everything. I just want to play the story with 4 traditional Final Fantasy characters, and go through it that way. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I don't know. Maybe I was craving waifus. I don't know what it is. I just wanted to go back. I have found a new backlog. I've been playing a whole bunch of games, but I'm not going to list them all for the time, time
You might want to
constraint.
wait on Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah, rumor
Why?
is.
Rumor Nate the Hate
Um,
said Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Switch 2 edition's coming.
Yeah,
yeah,
and like it's
look,
what's funny is that I'm at the end of that game already. I can
yeah.
just beat the final boss anytime, but I'm really waiting to get that Switch 2 upgrade. So
Maybe it'll make it
Well,
easier to
if
get
it's
Cosmos.
like the
please.
Xenoblade Chronicles X, then it's gonna be forgotten really quick. Fortunately,
Well, X was just
Xenoblade
because it's a
Chronicles
bad
6 came,
upgrade.
so we don't know what this 2 is
Yeah.
gonna be either. I
hope it's better.
well, let's hope. Hopefully, we can get a new Xenoblade. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Rather than another remake. That's the business part of it. We going down again. But anyway,
they should just remake Xenogears.
No.
That'd be
Oh
awesome.
yeah,
Why not?
that's
Why
the
not?
Square Enix game. That's the
I'm
Square
just
Enix
saying.
game.
I'm saying no as in not. They should. I'm just saying not. It's not gonna happen. I mean, because Square
it's not
Enix.
Yeah.
Or just re-release Xenogears, just do a port,
I think Xenosaga's coming.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Be
All
cool.
I've been doing
The
is
ending
just
of
playing.
of
How I've been
3.
playing my backlog lately is I play about 2-3 hours a game per game. Like I played 4 hours of 8 last night. I might
Mhm.
play an hour or 2 of 12, and that's actually helped me tackle the backlog
Nice.
pretty much. So I've been playing like 12 or 14 games at a time, but I just will play a couple hours on each game and then move on. When it gets to a certain part, like I'm like 20 hours into Fantasian. When you were talking about Fantasian earlier, James, I was like, please don't let him say no spoilers. Because I'm like, really? I just got cutie pie, purple hair girl, the
Mm,
one, the Tsunade,
yeah.
and we're on this ship. Like, and so I'm like
Oh.
really in the thick of things where the story starts really like,
Oh,
this
yeah, the
feels
good part.
like
So you got your third party
Hironobu.
member. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like really into it, and then I was like, you know what? I've had enough. I'm getting too deep. I did that with 30 hours into Evelyn's Chronicles. You're getting too deep.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit here and play this for 100 hours. Let me stop and go play another game.
No, it gets good. I would do it. You're still in the good part. Like the whole first half is really, really good. The second half, like it's still good, but then it starts degrading because the difficulty curve gets too big. But like I love the characters. I love Sakaguchi putting a Toriyama reference in there and a Uematsu reference, which is kind of cool. Because it's like there's a book there and you read it and you're like, oh, this is called, I forgot what it is. He's like, oh, this has something to do with the 7 something that can make a wish, which is a Dragon Ball reference. And then you're like, wait a minute, is that? And then it just it puts dots there, which is kind of cool. Cool. I guess I'll go ahead real quick with what I've been playing. So Mina the Hollower, of course. Rebirth. I continued the demo Rebirth. I'm in the open world now. I did all the comp stuff, got to the open world. And honestly, it's good on Switch too when you're not nitpicking every little thing. I found myself when I'm just playing the game, it does look great. There's a weird thing, and I don't know. I don't think it's a Switch 2 thing because my PS5 does the same issue with PS5 Pro, where I feel like there's an over brightness of the game, where when sun is hitting, everything just looks so bright. And I've lowered brightness. I've lowered like HDR. Nothing fixes it. It's just a weird thing. And on my PS5 Pro, I double checked it. I was in the place right outside of what was it, Costa del Sol, and like it's just so bright. Like the character, like Cloud, basically looks like, I mean, he's supposed to be like white skin, but like he basically looks like white,
Absolutely.
like
It looks like Bryant.
I guess you could say that, right? Yeah, you and Cloud, right? Nah.
Looks like Casper.
Everything is
Yeah.
it's just
Same thing.
it's just why everything's just washed out. I was like, man, like why does he look like that? Like even like Barrett's supposed to be black, right? And he
Mike,
doesn't look black. Like, you know,
he's been in the
He's light
house too
skinned.
long.
like
Yeah, he's been in
he
the house.
doesn't look like that. So it has to be something to do with Rebirth, because there was definitely not that issue in Remake at all. Like I felt like everything brightness wise and like light wise was good. But Rebirth does run great on Switch too. Yes, there's minor frame drops here and there, but if you're not nitpicking it, if you play the game, it's actually not that bad. Like the pop-ins are not noticeable unless you're constantly moving your eyes to look at the pop-ins. In battle, I'm surprised like it stays at a lock 30 FPS during battle. Outside of battles where you might see here and there like a little bit of fluctuation. But yeah, I've been playing that, and then there was one more thing and I completely forgot it, but not important. Oh, Tetris 99. Got the Yoshi thing. Bryant, don't forget.
Oh, thank you so much for reminding me. I absolutely would have forgot. Did it start already?
It did start already. Yep. So you definitely want to get it.
Oh, I need to. Do you know when it ends? I mean, I should better look that
Ends
up.
tomorrow.
Okay, I can do it tonight then.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me. Oh boy, I've been so mad if I missed that.
But yeah,
I will
I
do
did
it.
the
I will
Tetris
do it
99 as
after the
well.
podcast.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
Memories card time.
Memories card. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen.
While you do that, I'm gonna
Geek, are you there with us, buddy?
I'm here.
All right, cool. Let me get my screen share.
I'm ready. I'm as ready as I'm gonna get.
All right.
Vertical
And
scene
I
change.
actually I gotta explain a little bit of a thing here. All right, cool. You guys see it okay?
Oh no, the thing that holds the pen broke here. Or the
Oh no,
yeah.
little plastic thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So just a quick thing. I already explained to you the attack defend questions. There's 3 of them on the board. Further incentivize people to answer questions and to give more of a fair shake to everybody, just in case like there's a long string of everybody getting the question right. The person gets to choose the next question. It would stay with them for the whole game. I want to mix it up a little bit. So if you don't answer a question, you immediately forfeit your opportunity to pick the next question, and whoever gets the question right between the 2 that are left, they get to control the board. And if both of you get it right, then I'm going to choose the person with less amount of money. And if you have the same amount of money, I'll figure it out. So that's kind of how we're gonna play it there.
All right.
So since James, are we cool with the rules? I mean, we're good. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, James. Since you are still technically the champion after our last game ended in a tie, controversially, you have first pick, my friend. So go ahead.
Shout out to Goku. He's the one that made me number 1. Look at that, him
There you
doing his
go.
little
There you
Kamehameha. All right.
Oh, actually, answers questions. It's like people only do things because they get paid, and that's just really sad. Sound effects, what's that OST, pop fiction, RP game trailers, and launch night wildcard weekend. That is one where everybody has to answer the question.
Ooh.
Just like Pokemon Weight Watchers last week.
Okay.
That Weight Watchers thing was funny.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna do my own wild card. We're gonna start with sound effects for 100. I usually go big, but let's ease it in.
Start small.
We got guests on the
Whoop, that's not what I
podcast.
want.
We got to ease it in.
Okay. Sound effects 100. All right, here we go.
Yeah. Oh.
How do we answer? Is it game or actual sound effect? Like the name of it?
The name of the game is fine.
Okay.
We can just buzz in, or we all got to write it down as a
Yeah,
write it
everybody's
down?
writing it. Everybody gets an opportunity to answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
We write
Just
it
let me
down
know
and we
when you're
all
done.
show the answer at the same time. Kind of like Jeopardy.
Yep.
Or
I'm on a piece of paper, so we're gonna see if that's better. I'm,
Okay.
I'm
All right. I think Ash is just writing. Writing a novel over there.
no, I'm ready.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Show me. Yep. All of you guys got that right. So points everywhere.
What
It's
is
Yoshi's
Baby
Island, Super
Mario?
Mario
That's
Bros.
right.
Mario 2. Yep. All right. James, still your control.
All right. Let's do. All right, we're gonna go crazy now. Let's do launch night wildcard weekend for 500. Since I have no clue what this is gonna be about.
Okay. Could you buy all of these games on launch night of the Nintendo Wii? Rayman, Raving Rabbids, The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess, and Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam. Yes or no?
We
It's
all
just
have
a
to
yes or no
answer
question.
this?
All of you have to answer this. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Do we write
Jesus
it on
Christ.
the? We write it on
Yeah, right on the board.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes or no?
Hmm.
I'm ready.
November 19th, 2006.
Dang. Man, I don't know. You got me on that. So
All right, everybody ready?
yeah.
Ready.
Show me what you got.
It's a 50-50.
Okay, no, yes, no. Ash and James said no. The correct answer is yes.
Yes.
So Geek gets
Oh.
the points, and
Wow.
Ash
Nice.
and James are minus. All right, Geek, it's your board.
Dang.
Okay, so I'm gonna start off a little bit. I'm gonna go with it's like people only do things because they get paid, and that's just really sad for 100.
Okay.
That's an interesting category.
Soapin' Following My Rainbow. Name the game.
I don't know what this is.
Oh,
That's 100.
Yeah.
Bruh.
You guys will absolutely know this when you think about it.
Bruh.
It's like people only do this because they get paid.
Oh,
I guess I don't even know what the
explain
context.
the category.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me explain the category. It's product placement in a video game, like real product placement.
okay. All right. That may have helped me. I'm ready.
Yeah, I should have explained that. That was my bad. I'm sorry.
I'm not answering this. God
You're
damn it.
answering,
I'm
James.
ready.
I'm
answering
still
or no?
confused with real product placement. Like brands? You're talking about like brands or just like
Yeah, like a brand, a product that's real, that's in real life. It's in a game. It's in a video game. And so the clue is soap in Following My Rainbow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
There's two things that pop up for me, but I'm not gonna answer that. Like,
Okay. What do you got?
and
What do you
if
got
I-
for me, Geek?
if
I'm ready.
it's what I think it is,
Go
that'd
ahead,
be so
Geek, show me.
stupid.
No, that is incorrect, sir.
Oh.
Mm.
The answer is Sonic
Sonic
Adventure 2
Adventure
with the
2.
soap shoes.
I was in the same genre.
Oh,
I would not have known that.
Rainbow. Yep. The grind
You're
Took a
right.
shoes.
shot. I took a shot.
I wasn't
shot.
thinking about that. Okay.
I appreciate that. All right. Geek,
should've
still your
known that.
board.
All right, so we're going to go with we're gonna go with Pop Fiction RIP game trailers for 500.
Oh, going big.
Guess
Okay.
what? This is an attack defend question. So, Geek, you get to choose if you want to answer this for double points, and if you don't get it right, you get nothing, or you can launch this against James and Ash, and if they get it wrong, they lose double points, and if they get it right, they gain or lose nothing.
I'm gonna launch this one.
Who you launching it on?
I'm gonna launch it on James.
Oh,
Good choice. All right.
I'm gonna launch it on James.
Thank God.
Man.
Jesus.
All right,
Bring
James,
me
here's
down.
your question. Best case scenario is nothing happens. Here we go. This glitched Pokemon was found while surfing
Wow,
up and
I know
down
this
Cinnabar
one.
Island's coast in versions blue and red. Time for infinite rare candy. You can just say
I
because you
know-
really want to answer in the question.
Oh,
Yeah,
missing
I know
no.
this one. Yeah. Dang it. I knew that one.
Correct.
Yeah.
Missing no is correct. Okay. So you get nothing. Nothing changes. Let's see. Since you launched it and you won the challenge, I'll say, James, it's your board.
Okay. Let's do sound effects for 500.
Guess what? Another attack defense.
Oh,
What do you want to do? You want to answer? Or do you want to attack Geek?
I'll answer
in
it.
revenge, or what do you want to do?
Answer it.
You're answer yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Sound effect for 500.
Of course, it has to be something that I don't know. Oh man. Oh,
wait,
man.
why'd
You know?
you pause it there? Is there like extra?
Because it because what'll happen is I don't know why SoundCloud does this, but if you let it autoplay, it plays like the next thing in your track list, and it's going to go to the next question. It's really obnoxious, so I just pause it. But that's the
Got
whole
it.
thing
Got
about
it. I was just curious. All right. No worries.
Oh man.
So if you don't want to guess, James, you get nothing. But I mean, if you have a guess, you might as well, because you're not going to lose anything by guessing wrong. So
Oh man.
up to you.
I'm gonna guess Undertale.
Okay. Correct answer is it's the PA chime in Batman Arkham
That's
Asylum. Like
I haven't
that's
played Arkham Asylum in a
ridiculous.
long time. Yeah.
That's sort of a deep cut. Jesus Christ.
It plays all the time in the game. It plays all the time in the game. You
I
hear it
haven't
all.
played
That's
that
fair.
since like launch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it was 500, but no hurt, no foul. So still your board, James.
All right, let's do what's that OST for 500.
Okay.
Oh, never mind, you're good.
What?
Because I was
What were
gonna
you
tell you,
gonna
like, make sure it's not more than like 30 seconds, but 14 seconds is perfect.
Okay.
Man, I don't got anything for that.
Don't know.
Geek, nothing.
Nope.
It's Portal into
Portal.
the game
Oh,
Portal
I've never
from the
played
radio.
Portal.
I gotta like start looking up games that Bryant plays and stuff because
Portal is so popular. It's not a Brian's game. Are you kidding me?
Brian's,
It
this
is
is Brian's
popular.
memory cards right here, bro. Come on,
Dude, it's like one of the most popular. Like
I've never
one of the
played
most popular
Portal.
games, but like
I haven't played it either, but it is a popular game.
You're talking to do some RPG buffs here. Come on, man.
I am too. You gotta have a little breath, my friend. This is memories card. This isn't this isn't baseball trivia. This is video games trivia, sir. All right, James, go ahead.
What's that OST for 400 again?
All right, it's an attack defend. The last one on the board. What are you doing?
Oh man. Let me attack.
Who are you attacking?
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I want to answer it myself. So what's that? Defending?
You want to answer it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's defending. All right.
I need to not be negative. Okay, I'm ready.
Let's see.
We're probably gonna have to mute this part. All right. Oh, I could say it, right? Because it's just me, right? Well, whatever. I'll let you read it. Do you see it? Oh,
I think Brian's frozen.
Brian frozen?
Oh, there we go. I'm back
Oh.
now. Yeah, it's near Tomada. You got it right. That was
I was like,
crazy.
what the-
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, the hell?
Yeah.
Right.
That was the carnival
really weird.
level.
Matrix.
Yep, correct. Yep. So James got that challenge right. We're at negative 400 for Ash, 500 for Geek, 400 for James. Still your board,
Yeah.
James.
All right.
No more attack defends on the board.
You know what? I'm gonna get what's that OST out of the way. So we're doing what's that OST for 300. So everybody can answer this time.
Yep, everybody answers this. Yep. Or if you don't want to, you don't have to. You don't lose anything. Or you don't lose anything if you don't.
Oh, that's easy.
Crap. Which one is this one? I didn't answer that one, man. Damn it.
All right.
I don't know
you
it.
got it?
I'll
Don't know
pass
it,
it.
James?
You don't know
That
it?
is correct. Donkey Kong
Ooh.
Country.
I was worried because I'm like, wait a minute, is this from a Banjo game or a
Sounded-
Donkey Kong game? I couldn't decide.
You're in the
sounded
right
almost-
wheelhouse.
Sonic
Yeah.
to me. And I was like, I don't want to lose them points. I'm still in contention.
I feel that.
I've only
James,
answered
still your
once.
board?
What's that OST 200?
Here we go.
Coming in crowd, watch out the moon. Yes! This is on the bounce on ground. God! Don't ease your pace, cause enemies brutal. Over the truth, there ain't no truth. You're the only one world, one love. But the battle goes in, shadows of mass destruction.
Sorry.
Everybody have an answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you should
All right, show
be
me.
be more restricted for the title because
Yeah, I was like, you gotta be
I have a
specific.
feeling we're. I have a feeling
I
we
know,
know.
I know certain vocals are a bit different in there, so
Ready?
yeah, ready.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, go ahead. Correct. Good
Oh,
call, everybody. It's
nice.
Persona 4 or Persona 3 Reload.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
Ash.
vocals, and you can hear some of the sound effects too are a little bit different.
All right, James, still your board.
What's that OST 400?
All right, finish it out.
Pause. That's probably gonna. I'm gonna probably have
Oh.
to mute that or do
I'm
something.
gonna lose. I'm gonna lose on this one, but I'm gonna take a shot.
Okay, let's see.
Ready?
Show me.
Oh.
Yep. James and Ash got it right. Street Fighter 2 Guile. I mean, Street Fighter 2 would have sufficed, but
It's like freaking Luffy, the battle, second battle theme.
all right. All right. Who's okay? Ash, it's your board. Go ahead.
Let's do SFX for 400.
Okay. One more.
What the hell, man?
Anything?
I feel like I heard it before, man. What the hell?
You and me both, but I don't know. Do I want to put some gill on it?
No, I ain't gonna put no damn
Worth
deal on this
400, so
I'm a,
a lot of gill.
not today. No.
Damn,
I'm about
no
to laugh
guesses?
on that one.
Yeah. I don't know it.
Okay. Echo the
Echo
Dolphin.
the Dolphin,
Echo the Cave.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Do you
That's
know
what
I
I
have
thought.
that game still and
Oh,
couldn't
you really
remember? Oh my god.
I've never
Still had that
played.
game too.
All right, Ash, still your board.
Let's do
Wow, that's a good pick though, Ryan. Wow,
Thank
that
you.
was a callback.
let's do launch night wild card weekend for 100.
All right.
I like how none of us are picking the first category.
PlayStation 2, October 26, 2000. SSX Tekken Tag Tournament Armored Core 2. Could you get that on launch night? Yes or no?
Oh, wait.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go with this one.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You have to on this one. Everybody has to
Okay.
put an answer. Are you ready?
All right,
Go ahead.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Show me. Okay, Ash is no. James and Geek are yes. The correct answer is yes. So
Oh,
damn,
Ash, you're
jeez.
minus. Geek plus. James plus. All right. We're gonna go with Geek. Your choice for the next.
Because everybody's running from it, and I'm the only one that picked it. We're gonna go for it's like people only do things because they get paid, and that's just really sad for 500.
By the way, that's a Wayne's World reference. It's like the scene where they're like doing. That's probably why I thought you guys might know it. It's like that scene where they're like
Wayne's World
Ford and
party time,
Reebok.
excellent.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot that,
All right,
but
anyway,
I like
500.
that movie though.
Yeah, Sam Fisher uses this Sony device to communicate in Splinter Cell Chaos Theory.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
We'll
not
take
into
a
this
shot
one.
at it.
I never
I'm gonna take
played
a
Splinter.
shot at it, but I
I never played it.
I don't think I know.
I never played
Don't
Don't
Splinter
take a
answer,
Cell.
shot
dude,
at
it's
it. You'll
500
lose
points.
points. Yeah, you'll lose 500
But-
points.
I'm gonna take the shot.
Oh
You
man.
taking the
Ready.
shot?
Dude, take a shot.
I appreciate the bold bet. What is
All right,
it?
you know what? Hold on. If he's gonna take the shot, we'll take the shot too.
Too
Hold
late.
on, hold on.
Wait, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Did you see it, James?
I
No,
pulled
I
it
didn't.
back quick,
I
so
didn't.
James
I
said,
didn't see
"Hold
anything.
on."
Hold on.
Yeah,
Use
I
the
pulled it
Sony
back.
device. All right.
And I
Let me
just
just-
messed up, but it's all right. I took
All
that
right,
chance.
we
Sometimes
ready?
you gotta
James is going down
gamble.
with you. All right, show me. All right. James's PSP. Sony didn't make the BlackBerry.
That's why I said I messed up. That's why I said I messed it up.
All right, so we got negative for Geek, negative for James. The correct
Oh.
answer was Sony
Oh,
Ericsson.
Sony Ericsson. Oh, I was gonna say an Ericsson
I never would've
also
got
too.
that. I dropped my
Dang.
marker.
All right. Get your marker. I know it's getting wild over here. It's still a close game. You gotta keep your markers in your hand.
I just got my
Got it
finger
now.
out.
All right,
I'm
Geek, still
back.
your board, my friend.
So we're gonna go with Wayne's World
Okay.
for 400.
For 400? Okay. Whoop. Alan Wake insists upon us that this brand of battery is the only choice in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh man, I've never played Alan Wake. Oh.
I did a little bit and I forgot. Shit.
All right, I'm gonna take another shot. Hey.
Okay.
All right, if he's doing that, I'm doing it too.
Okay.
I'm gonna be smart and
She's
not
out.
say
All right.
anything.
Let me know when you guys are ready.
I have an
I'm
answer in my
ready.
head, but I ain't taking
All
that
right.
shot with that.
All right, I'm
show me.
ready.
Okay, James says Duracell. Duracell. I'm afraid, gentlemen, that's
Wrong.
not correct.
Oh,
I
what is
thought it
like
was.
the
I also thought it was
Water?
Duracell.
Oh,
It was Energizer.
Oh, freaking Alan.
I in my mind it was either Duracell or Energizer. It was one of those two.
Yeah, it's 50-50 shot. All right. Still your board, Geek.
All right, so I'm gonna switch it up. And I'm gonna switch it up in the middle. I'm gonna go for Pop Fiction RIP game trailers for 300.
All right. Chris Houlihan won a contest to have his name in a room in this game. Just don't tell anyone, okay?
I don't even know who that is.
Don't know who that is either.
Neither do I.
It's a very famous thing, but it's from the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. There's a room you can glitch into. It's called the Chris Houlihan room, and that's what it's from.
Wow.
Interesting.
I didn't
Who is
know that.
Chris Houlihan anyway?
He won a contest in Nintendo Power to get his name inside of Link to the Past, and so they created this room for him in the game that has all these rupees in it, and the tile that you can click on at the top of the screen gives you that message, and yeah, so it's a secret room in Link to the Past.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Sounds slightly familiar, but I didn't remember.
Fair.
Well,
Geek,
go
still your
Geek,
board.
still you.
All right, so we're gonna
one
go.
we've done.
We're gonna go for launch night wild card weekend for 400.
I wanted to make this one extra hard because I was gonna have 4 people playing, but since fan bowed out, I didn't have time to make an easier
Adjust
one.
it.
But we'll see. Still good times. All right, 400. All right, Xbox 360, November 22nd, 2005. Cameo Elements of Power, Amped 3, Ridge Racer 6. Were those available on launch night?
Ready?
I'm ready.
Ready? Show me. All right. No. The correct answer is yes.
Oh man.
Cameo Elliot.
When is there no?
Cameo's in the picture if you look closely.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I didn't know Ridge Racer 6 came out on Xbox 360. So,
Yeah,
Yep.
same here. Yeah.
It was the cameo
Right.
for me because I was waiting on cameo. I was so hurt when freaking Rare went to Xbox. Knew it was gonna happen.
Geek.
All right, so we're gonna go with launch night wild card weekend for 300.
You're killing me, Geek.
PlayStation 3, November 17th, 2006.
I'm playing the game.
Heavenly Sword, Resistance Fall of Man, Genji, Dawn of the Samurai.
Yeah, this one I know.
All right, I'm ready.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, I think Geeks.
Yep.
Oh, go ahead, show me what you got. Yes? No. James, you are correct. Ash, you are correct. Geek, I'm
Yep.
afraid you are incorrect.
Because Resistance Fall of Man didn't come out.
No,
Yeah.
Heavenly Sword didn't come out. Resistance
really?
Fall of Man was a launch game.
Oh,
Yeah.
Resistance was? Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Heavenly Sword came out almost a year later.
Oh, you're right. You know what? You're right. Because that didn't
That's
come out
crazy.
to what, like 2010, something like that, right? 2009,
What, Heavenly
something like
Sword?
that. Yeah.
No, Heavenly Sword came out in 07. I have the release date on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, James, you're bored. Actually, no, Ash, you're bored.
900 back.
Let's do SFX for 300.
Not over.
What? Oh, okay.
Oh man. 1 second. Yeah, I don't know.
Any ideas?
Don't know either.
Geek?
I'm gonna pass on that one.
All right.
I'm 900 back.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater
Oh,
Special.
Hawk's Pro Skater Special move.
Oh, that does sound
Dang,
funny.
how do I
When
have
you
to
say
on
it,
that
it does.
one? Okay, it's been a
Yeah.
while. It's been a while.
I haven't
Jesus
played
Christ,
Tony
man.
Hawk Pro Skater since back in the days.
Yeah, man.
Fair enough.
Last one I played was with Wolverine in it. Was that 3?
Was Wolverine in it?
Spider-Man
it was
was
a
in
cop- it was like
2.
I remember Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I
same
think it
here.
was for game. I think it was for GameCube, and it was like the 1972 one. Or it was like a costume or something. I could have sworn it was like the brown and yellow one.
Hmm.
On
Ash, still
GameCube.
your board.
Sure. Let's do. It's like people only do things for 300.
I love Pizza Hut. Yeah. What game is this from?
I still don't know.
Not that one.
Wait, what'd you say?
I love Pizza Hut. Yeah.
Wait a second.
Yeah, I think this
I'm not going to
category is the
answer.
hardest.
I'm not going to answer, but I have a feeling what this might be. I ain't taking a chance on this one.
James, you're not taking a chance?
No,
Yeah.
I don't know this at all.
Good.
Crazy Taxi.
That's what I thought. I knew.
Yeah, because
Wow,
the Offspring
okay.
song. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's very
That's
iconic.
what
First,
happened.
I thought you were gonna go Yo Noid, but then
Oh,
I
I agree with
realized
that.
Yo Noid was Domino's Pizza.
That's true.
My thought process was if it wasn't Crazy Taxi, then somewhere it has to. It somehow has to be Devil May Cry with Dante because he loves pizza. That was my thought process with that, if anything. So.
All right, Ash, still your board. I hope somebody gets one of these right in the freaking.
You know what? Fine. Let's do. It's like people
Finish
for
it?
200. Yeah.
All right. Fallout with Dole.
I don't know.
All right. I'm gonna take
So
a
it looks
shot.
like Geeks.
I
take a
think
shot.
this
All
one. I think that one's straightforward, but I'm not gonna answer.
All right, Geek, what do you got for me, buddy?
Ooh.
No, afraid not Fallout 76. The answer is Super Monkey
Super
Ball.
Monkey Ball.
Womp, womp, womp.
Aw. Yeah, this one was hard. I'm
Wow.
not good with product placement stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we did get 100 right, didn't we?
Nope.
I don't think anybody got any of them
Did we
right.
have it right? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what was 100 again? It was Soap and Follow My Rainbow.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's right.
That was a fail. That was a fail category. I thought it was cute, but okay, let's go to the Ash, go ahead. Still your board.
SFX for 200.
All right.
Which one?
There's a particular answer to this.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do it again.
I'm gonna take a while. I'm gonna go with my gut here. I'm gonna go with my gut.
Okay. I know. That one's okay.
I should have went with
Where's-
I should have went with the other thing. But I'm gonna go with my
You
gut.
can still change it.
I think
It's all right. I'm gonna go with my gut. It's
All right.
All right.
I'ma
I'm
go
gonna go
with
with
the
my
gut.
first
Everybody's done.
guess, but I'm gonna be mad if it's my second guess because I'm actually going with my first guess.
Okay, Ash.
that's how I feel.
Give me a second. One more.
I feel the same way, James. My second guess, and I was like, I just go with the first.
Okay, I'm taking a chance.
All
Let's
right,
get it.
show
Let's
me.
go.
Oh wait, no, hold on,
Show me.
Bro.
No. Too
That's
late.
it.
Too late.
Dang it.
James, show me.
Oh,
Okay. And Geek. Okay. So Geek
Hold on,
is
no,
incorrect. James is incorrect, and Ash got the points. It's Final Fantasy
Let's
14.
oh,
Let's
man.
go.
That was my second guess. Was 14 because
No,
it's
so I would have gotten it
quicker.
wrong no matter what. I was thinking
Easy.
Dissidia.
It was quicker, and
Woo! That
All right.
felt nice. Okay.
It's hurt Final Fantasy 14 level up too. Look at Ash. All right, look at
Ash
Ash.
is-
It came back. Started
Listen,
from the bottom.
I
Now
played the game, bro. I played the game.
started from the bottom.
All right, Ash.
Right.
You got 4 questions left to seal this victory. It's gonna be
We'll
really
see.
funny going into final memories and everybody's negative. I'll have to take money from you and give it to take the money from the charities. All right.
we got to take a loan. Anyway,
Yep.
It ain't over.
let's do
It ain't over.
Let's do Pop Fiction for 100.
This musical icon contributed to the soundtrack of Sonic the
Oh,
Hedgehog
yeah, we
3,
all know
albeit
that.
uncredited.
Okay, I got that.
Oh, okay. All right, got it.
I'm ready.
All right,
Ready.
show me.
I need some money.
Ready.
Go,
Alright.
show me. All right, go. Yep. Michael Jackson is correct. All right. Plus.
Yay! I'm
All right,
only 12
Geek,
bucks back.
you can choose one of the 3 remaining.
Now we break even. We were breaking even.
say me?
Didn't even have any money.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go big or go home. I'm already at home, so I'm going big. Pop Fiction RIP game trailers for 400.
Using a sniper rifle, one can see the other unfinished side of the dam level in this Nintendo 64 game.
I'm really gonna screw up with this one. Oh yeah. Okay. It has to be this one.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh.
It probably not this, but if
Keep your
you know
board hidden,
what?
James.
You know what?
can't see it.
Forget this. You know what?
They can't
Listen. I'm about to give me 1 second. I'm not gonna go with
Okay.
the gut here. I'm gonna go with my second thought here.
Okay.
You know what? The way Brian's been doing, I feel like this one might be a little bit better. I'm ready.
All right, you ready, Ash? Or are you not guessing?
Wait. Huh? Wait, what was the question again? Wait, are we supposed to guess the game?
It's on the
Yeah.
screen, Ash. It's using
Guess the
using
game.
a sniper rifle. One can see the other unfinished side of the dam.
I was double checking. I already got
Zone
already got my answer.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right, cool. Let's go.
Yeah.
Show me.
All right.
GoldenEye, and what'd you say?
Turok.
Rock.
Okay, yeah, I'm afraid that's incorrect, Geek. James and Ash, you got that right.
You know what's
GoldenEye
funny? Because
007.
that was my GoldenEye was my first one. Bob was like,
What was
you
it
know
about
what?
the first guess, man? That's
Look,
what James.
look.
That's what James preaches.
Look at this. GoldenEye
Yeah, that's
right
what,
here.
Yeah. Oh.
But
Sorry,
see, I was like,
shoulda,
you
woulda,
know what?
coulda, sir.
Brian's been like, let me, using his
Wasn't being
archive.
tricky there. All right. Geeks. Actually, no. James and Ash are tied. Ash, go ahead.
Again.
Let's do Pop Fiction for 200.
In Banjo-Kazooie, this item was seen inside of a cave in Freeze Easy Peak, tantalizingly out of reach, as it was meant to connect to the game's sequel with a, quote, stop-and-swap system.
Oh, man.
Funny enough, I don't know this one. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know it either.
Nobody's guessing?
No.
It's the ice key.
Oh! I'm stupid. I am so stupid.
I'm about to say an ice banana. For a
Almost
frosty
there.
nana.
Wow.
All right, now the host is going to choose the last category, launch night wildcard weekend. Xbox, November 15, 2001. Halo Combat Evolved, Batman Vengeance, Dead or Alive 3.
We have to all guess, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you write down it, Ash?
I'm running down. All right, I'm ready.
All right, show me. No, yes, and Ash said yes. Let's see what the correct response is. No. So Ash, you're down, Geek is up, and James is up. All right. So we're going into final memories. I need to write down your scores because you guys have to send me bets. So hang on 1 second.
Can Geek bet anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you how we're gonna do this. Hang on a second.
I can't do that. I'm down 1,600 or 1,400 points.
It's like Celebrity Jeopardy with Will Ferrell on Saturday Night Live.
Does Geek need to take a loan or something?
Yeah, I just think, can I go affirm, Rob, or something?
Go affirm.
All right.
Gets a 23% APR.
So I'm gifting you 500 points. We're gonna wipe off the negative balance, Geek, and we're just gonna give you 500 to play with.
Okay.
Oh, there goes your
Actually,
that
that's not
loan.
fair. The other
Well,
two.
Yeah, all right. Well, dang. All right. Yeah.
I say it's fair. I don't know if Ash says it's fair. I say it's fair.
That's fine with me.
500.
Okay, all right. So
he keeps the 500 if he guesses it right. If he doesn't, then he forfeits everything.
I mean, yeah,
well,
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Okay, 500. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna bring Geek up to 500. Although Ash, that means that you're not in second place anymore. Geek would technically be, but
Well, I was saying I would put it this way: if he gets it right, then he keeps the positive, right? If he gets it wrong, then he goes back to his negative. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. So,
Yeah.
all right. So now you guys have to DM me your bets for the final Jeopardy's category. And I'm going to tell you what it is. 1 second.
Yeah. So like, if I'll give you a good example, if he bets 100,
Mhm.
but he gets it wrong, then
He gets nothing, just
yeah,
0
he'll get
or
nothing.
negative.
Yeah. Regardless, yeah, he'll
Okay.
go
So he's
back
back
to
to, what was he, negative 1600, I think?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
14. I made some improvement.
Okay. So here's the final category, the final question. The Game Awards. And so, Ash, you have 200 you can bet, up to 200. Geek, you have 500 you can bet, and James, you have 600 you can bet. And you can bet 0, you can bet 100, whatever you want to do.
The
And
Game
just DM me what
Awards.
you're betting for the Game Awards.
300 is that's the thing, or
No. Your bet. Never mind the 300. It's just based on what your scores were. So,
Oh.
James, you can bet up to 600. Between 0 and 600, you can bet. Ash, you can bet between 0 and 200, and Geek, you can bet between
Okay.
0 and 500.
I'm ready. We gotta write it down, and then we showed it to you, right?
You have to
the last
DM
time?
me.
Oh, DM
have
you.
to DM me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
damn.
Oh, let me DM you real quick.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna make me.
All right. Got
Hold
Ash.
on, let me DM you. Because I had to go. I gotta sign in Discord.
Okay, that's fine.
I
All
might.
right,
It
I got
might be
yours,
easier.
James. We just need
Hope it's not another math question.
you hope it's not another what question?
Math
Math
question.
question.
Oh,
math
like last
question.
time.
That was a fun category. I don't care what you guys say. All right. I think Geek's still working on logging in.
Yeah, I was just. Yeah, I had the two-way factor. They was trying to hack me
All right, no problem. Man.
last month. I might have to go through the X route. Twitter.
That's fine. If you want to DM me on Twitter, that's fine.
Yeah, I might just go that route. Hold on. Dun, dun.
We gotta put on some waiting music.
Or maybe I shouldn't do that because they can copyright that.
I know
for
that's
real.
true. Yeah, they can.
They will come at you for that too.
Yeah, while we're waiting, it's funny. I got 2 copyright notices from Spotify for well, it was what's that OST stuff, and I had to fight
really?
back. Yeah,
Crazy.
I had to fight
I
back
thought
and
it's
go.
fair use if it's under 30 seconds.
It's supposed to. So then I had to I wrote back that it's under fair use, that it shouldn't be copyrighted and stuff like that, and they haven't responded back to my claim. So see what happens.
I don't even. Where is the last reply we were talking on?
Just go to your Twitter. Just like click on go to that messaging thing we were having, and then just DM me through Twitter. Like I'll send you a message right now. Hang on.
Oh yeah, that'll work. Old man gamer. Back in my day.
All right.
Back in my day, we used to play Echo the Dolphin, the Sega Genesis version.
Oh, it's making me do a freaking encryption thing. Okay.
What the freaking?
Yeah, there you go. There's the second Echo game. Okay. Okay. Let's just do this. Just at me on Twitter. It's fine. Just at me a number. I don't think they're gonna be looking at it. It's fine.
I don't use Twitter, so you're good.
Okay. There you go.
That's why I couldn't find you. That's why I was like, well, where is he at? We just was talking the other day. Here we go.
Are you?
All right.
You can't
I see.
find.
No, it's making me do like a passcode for like encrypted
It's doing the
messages
same
and crap
thing to
like
me.
that. I don't want to deal with that. It's fine. This will literally
On
be
Twitter?
If once I see it, Geek, you can
Yeah.
actually delete the tweet. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. My bad.
All good.
Here we go. We're just gonna do. It's trying to make me do all kind of stuff. All right. You go when you see the number, you're gonna be like,
It
"Did
was
we
all
just do
worth it
all
for that.
this? Did we just do
Okay, got
all
it.
this for that?"
Okay.
Just-
Well, since you're doing that, this game is kind of set in stone for where you're going to end up on it, but that's fine. Okay. So here's the question. In 2025, the Game Awards final announcement was a game that was absolutely crushed by public opinion. What game was it? I'll tell you one thing. It should have been Mega Man Dual Override.
Oh, well, that's easy.
I know what game you're talking about. I just forgot the name.
I'm struggling.
What's the name of that stupid game? It didn't even last.
Nope.
Had horses on it.
Let me. I'll just go take a guess. Okay.
Just. And we do a podcast, guys. Just let you know, we should be your one-stop shop for all news.
I vividly remember the entire game. I just forgot the name because it's gonna be forgettable after
TikTok.
a certain time.
Like 10 more seconds.
ready.
Show me your answers.
Oh, the
I'm
app?
ready.
Okay.
Ash?
I'm ready.
Ready.
All right, show me. Okay. Geek?
Oh shoot. Okay. Jeez.
Okay. And Ash?
I don't have nothing.
Okay.
Ash sounds like the kid that didn't do his homework, comes to class. He's like, I ain't got nothing.
The name High Guard. It's been a while since I heard that name, man. I'm sorry.
The correct answer is High Guard, which I'm going to go
forgot
ahead
all
and tell you the final totals of the game today. For Geek, we're going to have him at a charitable, technically negative 1,400, but we'll say 0, just because, it is what it is. Ash, you finished the game today with 200 points. And James bet it all. He didn't learn from his lesson from last week, and he's at 1,200 points, which means that James is the champion again for this episode of Memories Card.
Always.
So he's at 2-0 for his record, and last week was I guess he's technically 2-0-0. We had to get Fan back, but that was a good game, gentlemen. Geek, we'll definitely have you back, and we'll see how we do next time. But thank you for participating, everybody.
Remember, number 1 right here. Nobody.
Yeah, obviously. See, I put those attack defend questions in there because I wanted you guys just to launch missiles at James. Because look at that face.
Of
look
course.
Look at that smile.
Of course.
He's just so.
He's mad. See, like Bryant is like Kefka, and I'm like Terra, right? Like, so it's
sure. Trying to take him down, take James down a peg at all times.
See, that's what it is.
Man, all that matters at the end of the day is that y'all can't beat me at Mario Kart World, nor at Smash Brothers. So I'm fine with that. I'm still at the top for that one. So
it's Smash Brothers. What do you mean? We were playing Smash Brothers the other day, and we, you
mean the other day? How long
I beat you at Mario Kart World. What are you talking about?
And Latino type the other day is like a few months ago. That's how that's in Latino type.
No, I'm not. And correct me if I'm wrong. I beat you in most of those rounds.
No, it wasn't most of those rounds. No.
Yes, I did.
I'm gonna go back to the stream and have to post that now. Like,
hey, got the receipt.
So
hey, we got receipts.
Tell you what, Friday, Summer Game Fest day, I'll be doing a 12-hour stream. Ash, I invite you. You Geek as well invited. Bryant is invited to play some Mario Kart World during this 12-hour stream before Summer Game Fest, of course. Because I'll be doing a 12-hour stream, so I'll be there live, playing whatever. If we can get people down, we'll create a big room and do some Mario Kart World playing. Which I don't know if you saw that, Geek. I joined your room. I think it was last week sometime. I joined your room. You had a room going on in Mario Kart World.
I didn't even see it. What alias did you go as? That's
my SS Kenshin, my main alias. Okay. Yeah, so I went in there. I joined your room. Yeah, and I was like, it was cool how simple and easy it is. Because previously, you would have to like invite people, and it was like locked. It was just a bunch of a mess. But I saw you were in. I popped in and hit join, and I was in, and I was playing with you.
I was like, this is pretty dope. my homegirl she's having a tournament. Like she just moved it back. She's supposed to have it on the 5th, so she's moving it back because she was waiting for the patch. It's some kind of shortcut, and Nintendo's supposed to be patching it or something. She said. But that's how I was playing, and I got to practice because I'm boo boo butter. I haven't played
in a minute.
Yeah, in a minute. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
And we don't even talk about Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers has been since Sora came out.
What do you mean? We played Smash
Oh,
Brothers
true.
together on the stream one time.
Well, that was years ago though. At this point, it's 2026.
That is true.
June
That is true. It was
1st
completely- to me, it was yesterday. To me, it was just yesterday. Like
Yeah.
that's how my brain works. It was to me, it's just yesterday.
Time be going by like that.
Yeah.
I look at tomorrow officially. I've been in my new apartment for a whole year.
Well,
Oh, nice.
Tuesday we'll be back. We got the State of Play live, so we'll be reacting to it live. Geek, if you want to hop in with us, I know you'll be doing your stream, but if you want to stream simultaneously, you're welcome to join, and we can do that. Simultaneously stream together. Friday, of course, we'll also be back again. I will not be doing Eternal Darkness Friday. Maybe I might make it up for like on a Thursday or something else. But Friday will be my 12-hour stream, so we'll be playing some other games, and then of course end the stream. We'll be doing Summer Game Fest, live watch, live reactions, and then after that, we'll have a special podcast episode where we kind of talk about Summer Game Fest and State of Play into more detail and compare the two. And then, of course, Sunday will be our podcast episode where we will discuss the Xbox Showcase, Summer Game Fest, and the State of Play, and the rumor that Bryant actually brought to my attention, the rumor Nintendo Direct on June 4th, which... if it's June 4th, I'll try to make it happen so we can do a live reaction because you know me, I'm all about it. I feel that Nintendo's
I'll be there. I'll make it happen too.
I feel Nintendo's gonna announce that Ocarina of Time remake, and it's gonna be the day that you see me flip out and my monitor falls, and then that's it. Like everything breaks because I will scream if Ocarina of Time remake comes out. Like I'm telling you, I'm wearing the whole Zelda get up. I got my Breath of the Wild hat. Actually, I'll be wearing my Majora's Mask
You
hat
should
that
come
I
in
got
Link
back there.
costume for the next Nintendo Direct. Like have the ears
Just
and have the
just
little
dress up like
tunic
Link.
and
Yeah.
just dress up like Link. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, if you dress up like that and no Ocarina of Time news comes out, I want to see you just be so frustrated and throw your hat on the
He's sitting
ground.
there all sad in
on
his Link
stream.
outfit. He turns from Link to Tingle real quick.
And then he somehow has like an XFX. He somehow has like an FX happen where Navi comes on saying, "Hey, what happened?" And he's like, "No Ocarina of Time remake."
Like, well, at
How
least
does
I
the-
won memories card 2 weeks in a row.
How did the Beetle sound effect? Beetle's oh no sound effect.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh man. No,
If you lose, you have to dress up. Or if that game doesn't get announced, you gotta dress up as Beetle. You gotta take off your shirt and wear the little thing on your head and in your underwear and all that. That's
I
gotta
gotta
be you.
But no, I'm excited. I feel like Nintendo's gonna come out hitting just with Ocarina of Time. If they end it with Ocarina of Time remake, I think that'd be huge. But yeah, hopefully we can do all 3 live reactions. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do Xbox live reaction because that's on a Sunday. So fortunately not. But yeah, if we can do at least Nintendo, PlayStation, Summer Game Fest, I think I'll be happy.
That'd be a win.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
for sure. Cool. Well, that brings us to the end of the podcast. Appreciate everybody for joining us. Definitely ran a little bit later than usual, but hey, it was all fun nonetheless. Like I mentioned, join us back on Tuesday, and of course, we'll be back on Friday as well. Bryant, where can I catch you at?
I'm at red_so_deep.
What about you, Ash?
You can find me and my cat Lulu at the Asher Shroom channel. I might upload a Switch 2 video, like a 1 year after Switch 2 type of video on when did Switch 2 came out? Like June
4th. Yeah.
June
Yeah,
4th.
the 1 year anniversary is coming up quick.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, I know for a fact the direct is going to happen on June 4th. I
That'll
know
be the
that.
1 year anniversary
I
of Switch 2.
it.
Yep, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, bet. I definitely need to get that video out then. So, but yeah, just look forward to that.
What about you, Geek?
Finally, the sleeper has awakened. I am the prince of all geeks once again. You can catch me at The Geek Show on every other social media. Everything is Geek Show with a EAK, not 2 E's.
All hell geek, prince of no one.
Once again.
Don't forget to catch the Geek Show's archives Monday through Friday. Amazing Toonami-like experience just with video games. So
Hey.
definitely shout out to that. I'll always be there in the stream as well. You can catch me in the comment section there. But as always, catch me here at the Random Encounter. This week we'll have my video of Switch 2 as well, the 1-year anniversary, going in depth with like my script changed a little bit because now with the price increase of the Steam Deck, I'm kind of attacking it a different way. But yeah, stay tuned for that because I will go more in depth on Switch 2, and I might have some Switch 2 accessories I'm gonna talk about a little bit later on. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Geek. We'll catch you guys next time.